All righty, what is going on, everyone? We are live and we are here with Iota Pie. Say hello to everybody.
Hey, Rabid. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, what's going on here? I'm all messed up. All right, I'm good. So, yeah, how's it going, everybody? Let's do a quick roll call. And before this thing starts, we're going to be checking out the keynote on AMD CES announcement here. Hopefully, there's obviously going to be a lot of AI talk, but hopefully we get to see some new CPU talk happening here and how much they want to rip us off. And remember, everything sounds better here than what actually gets released. So they're going to try to hype us up. And the more they hype us up means the more they're going to try to take from your bank account. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how good they make it sound just to get an idea of how expensive it might be, especially with everything that's going on with crazy AI. So roll call here. We're coming in. I see you, Scafer. What is happening? Rio6969. What is happening? I see you over there. Squirrel Masters here. Bits Please YT. We got the Pirates in the house here. Was that Mogo Blue Sand? We got, what is that? Chum FM 12. What's happening? Tom Carey, 3457. RPM AI chat ready. Who is that? Oh my gosh. 10 minutes to midnight. What is happening? Obviously, we have Iota Pie. We have J Rod. What's going down? Squirrel Master again. All Crypto 31. Random Miners in the house. What do we got? What was that? Chum FM. I said that. Looks like everybody that's here. We got 28 viewers, 11 likes. Come on, guys. Smash more like buttons. Oh, this headset's like making my head hot already. Hold on.
What a hothead.
Maybe that's a little better. It's like overheating.
It's like your camera.
Yeah. It doesn't overheat. It just runs out of battery.
Oh, okay.
It should be good, though. We'll see. Spank that like button. NVIDIA wants to end consumer GPUs, so we only got AMD now after NVIDIA 6000 series. So, yeah, there's another thing coming up with that. People in Discord were talking here. I just want to bring it up. So, as we know, like, China's been buying all the GPUs pretty much they can get their hands on, even with the ban on. They're still getting them. And they're also tweaking them. They're adding even more VRAM in for AI on the 5090s and stuff. I heard someone say something about there's some with 74 gigabytes of VRAM and some of their 5090s that they've been modding and stuff, which is insane. But they're talking here. I just got to find my Discord again and see something about 15 or the 3000 series. Here it is. I'll see if I can change into my screen here. Oh, I don't even have my there we go. I didn't have my camera on. I failed.
There you go.
There we go. Now it's on. So I was doing all this for nothing. You couldn't even see me. Okay, I just gotta change my screen to this one. Replace it. Find my Discord. Right here. So kind of in here, they want to stop making. So here we go. NVIDIA is reportedly bringing back 2021's RTX 3060 GPU because of AI. So, in a nutshell, it sounds like what is this? Has a lot of China typical, not this, not that. So yeah, I don't know. They're pretty much stopping making low-end Tactical Squad actually is saying low-end 50 series so they can throw them into RTX Blackwell Pro workstation cards and then just create and sell the 3060s again. Like, as a gamer, do you want a 3060? Like,
thank you, NVIDIA. No,
yeah, thanks, NVIDIA. We don't want 3060s. Like, what's going on here?
Because the price of those 3070s I have sitting in the other room are going to go up.
I know. That's what I was thinking. The 3000 series with the Ethereum craze, that everything was pumping up and expensive. I think that now we have a second chance in another couple months here. We might have a second chance to ditch our 3000 series GPUs.
Speaking of the devil,
there's Tactical Squad right there.
Yeah.
He just said this.
Hello.
Yeah.
My man. Hello. We were just commenting on your post about NVIDIA giving us a late Christmas present.
Oh, in chat? Yeah.
Giving us 36. Bring it back to 3060s.
I'm still holding the 3070s and the 3080s and the 3080 Ti's and
3090. I got one sitting right here somewhere.
I got 3 of those.
I mean, if what I've been doing lately is any sign of that, yeah, things are gonna get bad.
Look what I found on the floor.
30, 39,
30,
30, 90 or 80?
3090.
Nice.
I need that. I need that and another one.
I just found it on the floor. We don't need it, huh? See ya. Just kidding.
I chucked my old 3090 in my kid's gaming machine, and I'm like, I've got this extra 5070 if you want that one instead.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I've been chewing into setting up local LLMs lately, and it really does seem like 3090s are still the sweet spot with memory capacity and bandwidth and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's insane. It's crazy. So, like, I'm going to record a video on this, but I think it's going to be interesting because this could be what finally destroys GPU mining. If we could see, because, no one, like, a lot of people are waiting for another Ethereum, but if we could actually see our older 3000 series GPUs, which the majority, that's when pump, that's what everyone is trying to get their hands on and has. The 3070, according to HiveOS stats and stuff, is still the most used GPU on HiveOS and stuff. So it's still the biggest GPU used for crypto mining. I don't even know why people are still mining on a GPU because it just sucks. But still, if we could actually see all this hardware be worth value again, this will give an excuse for people to finally sell to all the gamers and stuff out there. And once that finally happens, we'll see network hash rates drop, and we might finally start to see some profits maybe start to come back on GPUs. It's going to be a tough one, but we'll just have to wait and see.
I don't know. I'm going to take the opposite end of that bet, because I don't think it's people running HiveOS that are running all these networks up and hash rate on GPUs.
Oh no, probably not. But like, there's still a lot of people on HiveOS and that use these operating systems.
Oh sure, but
like, there's still a lot of hardware on there when it comes to like this crypto mining.
Yeah, there's a lot of data centers just hanging out there in the night, just mining in the free time.
There's that too, yeah, for sure.
Yep. But with the GPU prices and the RAM prices and the AM4 chip prices, I'm going to open an eBay store because I think I'm going to be doing enough selling.
There you go. But what? The eBay fees, though, won't they gonna take like half of that?
Well, eBay they take their 13%, right?
Oh, it's 13.
So, yeah, it's 13% they take. But I build that into the price. Like if
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I list the same thing locally on Facebook Marketplace, but 10% lower. But I mean, this is the chance. I mean, they got 3,900 X's on Facebook Marketplace right now for $250. Okay, I'll sell you that.
Interesting.
My thing is, do I sell as individual components or as a kit or like?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's complete PCs.
Whatever moves.
It's harder, but yeah, exactly. Whatever moves. Obviously, right now, RAM is what's in high demand. Prices are through the roof, so you're probably better off selling RAM individually. If GPU prices explode because of this, obviously sell them by themselves. But then again, if there's things that you want to get a little bit out of, like, some CPUs, depending what they are, maybe match it with a GPU or something. Like, yeah, I don't know. It depends what's moving and what's not, I guess. Just come up with package plans or whatever.
All I know is I think it's time to move off the AM4 platform. This is the opportunity.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And so the 3900s, the 3950s, even the 5950s, I'm going to send them out the door.
AM4 in general, like, that's the reason why I was pushing off the AM4 either, because AM5, like, AM4 is still good. It's unlike GPUs where the generations are such big leaps. Like like the 3090s can't compete with the 4090s. The 4090s can't compete with the 5090s in terms of performance. Obviously, price, there's huge differences there, but the generation gaps is huge with GPUs. Like, we don't really, like, the 30,000 series, for mining or anything like that is like AM, like the RX 580s for AMD. Like you don't look at them like they're trash, they're horrible. But the 3000 series for CPU mining, they're still decent. Like they're not AM4 or 5 isn't leaps and beyond it. Like there's still profit and stuff on 3000 series, but obviously as you transition farms, you always want to go with more efficiency. And yeah, it's better, especially with prices coming up now at AM4s, that it's good to get rid of them now to transition into that AM5, higher hash rates, higher efficiencies, and it's just, looking better long term.
If I can sell them for the same price that I bought them for 3 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
sure. Or even more, possibly more now. That's the crazy thing. That's why,
yeah, the accountant's like, sell. You've already depreciated them.
Yeah,
I don't think you're going to get another chance. I think this is the last hurrah.
No, this is for sure. Like the prices are going up. You're not going to be able to do this again. Because if this bubble pops, everything is going to be so cheap.
Oh my God.
When this pops,
so much.
Like they won't even be able to give away RAM. There's going to be so much of it out there. Like it's going to be insane.
Everyone's going to have a Epic 96, was it 54? Yeah.
They're going to eBay and pick up a brand new 96 core Epic AM5 platform, highest top of the line for $200.
Yeah, that's going to be it. That's the thing, right? I spaced out for a second. They're thinking about BC 250s, but if and when this does pop, and we see DDR5 flood the market, both server and regular, you're going to see everybody with those, and that's going to be a problem for older Epics and AM4 systems.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Completely. Yeah, trash them, 100%.
That's the same thing. Oh, I guess let's see what's happening here. Let's turn this on. Hopefully there's no music. If there's music, I'm going to have to mute it, because last time I did the NVIDIA one, they had their copywritten music, which I found out about 2 days later when I got a whole bunch of notifications.
Jensen didn't appreciate that.
Welcome to Las Vegas CES 2026 with our first keynote of the year. Every year, CES gives us a front row seat to the ideas and breakthroughs that shape the next decade. But it's actually the people behind those breakthroughs. Yeah,
I've got the
leaders
running on
challenging
the
what's
monitor, and I
possible,
hear it just
who
fine.
truly define the moment. Tonight, we get a head start to CES 2026 with one such leader. CES has always been a platform for bold vision and ambition. It's where ideas become industries and where the next era of human progress first takes shape. And this year, as AI accelerates change across every sector, it's more important than ever that we hear directly from the architects building the systems and breakthroughs that will define our very future.
There we go, AI.
And that's why it is a tremendous honor to introduce to you a leader, quite frankly, one of the bastions of CES, whose vision and impact can be felt across the entire technology landscape.
Like every other word.
Lisa is no stranger to this stage. She has keynoted CES before.
I love the supercuts that they do, by the way, where it's just insane AI over and over again.
Tone and the industry and the year ahead. Since becoming CEO in 2014, Lisa has led the company through one of the most remarkable transformations in modern technology.
I love how they talk.
Under her leadership, AMD reinvented itself through relentless innovation in high performance and AI computing, delivering products
that one dude with the GoPro ruining it for everyone.
Scientific research, enterprise workloads, cloud infrastructure, and the devices and experiences which millions of people rely on every single day. Today,
take
AMD
shot
is
every
a
time
central
they say
force
AI.
in the global AI transformation.
You're going to have to get your stomach pumped to do that.
GPUs, and adaptive computing solutions help unlock new capabilities across cloud.
You're not going to be around for the next CES. I'll put it that way if you do that.
Yeah.
And while the industry has spent years discussing what AI could become, Lisa has been focused on building the computing foundation that makes AI real and accessible at scale. But what truly distinguishes Lisa is her leadership. She's analytical and deeply technical, yet always
Oh my
grounded
God,
in
dude.
purpose.
He must have
She
gotten
brings a rare combination of scientific brilliance,
All right, let's see what you
strategic
got.
clarity, and
The intro is long
human-centered
enough.
thinking.
A
She
lot of
believes in
brown nosing.
partnering deeply to engineer
Yep.
solutions
This
that
guy's
matter,
working on another
solutions that
bonus
advance
already.
society,
He wants
strengthen
promotion, yeah.
industries, and expand opportunity. That's the kind of leadership CES is designed to elevate. And that's the kind of leadership we all need as
Well, at
we
least he's not
navigate a world of
talking about
accelerated innovation.
jackets. Well, I guess that would
Tonight,
be
Lisa
that would
will
do that.
share
Eric
AMD's
Jensen.
vision for how high-performance computing and advanced AI architectures
By the
will
way, AI wrote
transform
my speech.
every part of our digital
Right.
and physical world.
Gonna have to ask EI
From
for the raise.
research, healthcare, and space exploration to education and productivity. She'll speak to the extraordinary pace of AI, the breakthroughs happening now, including the
my God, dude.
opportunities
Come on,
and
man.
responsibilities that come
Oh,
with
man.
building the
I
future.
wonder what Jensen's intro was like earlier.
Oh, so if you're gonna watch Jensen's, I would recommend watching Bitwit's coverage because he's just trashing him the entire time. I was dying watching that.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me,
Sorry.
I was laughing very, very heartily.
Have to pause that. Oh no, not pause the stream. Crap.
Hello, and welcome.
Pause the talking. The music.
What's
It's
possible?
Timu
Lest
Master
you
Chief.
forget what's impossible. Where any game you play now has the power to play by your rules.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm gonna go try that in the game right now and see if it lets me do that. Put in cheat codes anytime you want.
You can only do that
Imagine
with
that
AI.
COD.
Where AI not only helps model the possibility.
AI and COD. Imagine that. Okay, make me invincible and my bullet kills everybody in one shot. Now, go.
That sounds like the character editor. If you ever played Diablo 2 back in the day, if you played on the open servers where you could just mod the crap out of your character, that was hilarious. It was just a trick to see who could exploit their own character harder.
There you
So
go.
much fun.
I mean, the only thing they need to give us here is like how their chip and their development tools are better than NVIDIA. That's all they got to do here. They just like, we're this much faster at doing this, and here's how easy it is with this code. That's their whole sell point. If you
We're not
can't
gonna
do
see
that,
it.
you lost.
All we're gonna see is probably this percentages over that percentages.
All they have to do is just be better or cheaper.
Well,
You
I
know,
said
it's-
AI right there again.
No, another AI.
It's such a, oh God, it drives me nuts. Like, I understand you have to have the fluff. I get it. But like, they're great on their CPUs, but until you can give me a toolkit that blows away NVIDIA's, you're second best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That or CUDA. Like if they can be at a better price point and have some sort of translation layer, say they come up with what is it, Rosetta, like Apple has. If they could Rosetta CUDA, like, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Buddy's back.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to welcome to the stage a
He's known as the
globally
fluffer.
respected technologist, an industry-defining
this
CEO, and a
lad
leader
now?
whose work
Or
continues
did I
to
just notice
shape
that?
the very trajectory of modern computing.
A pattern.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Yeah,
join
there he
me
goes.
in welcoming to the stage Chair and CEO of AMD, Dr. Lisa Su.
Oh my God, bro.
All right, here we go. Now let's see what he has to say.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Look how she looks at him. You ass kisser.
All right, what an audience. How are you guys doing tonight? That sounds wonderful. First of all, thank you, Gary, and welcome to everyone here in Las Vegas and joining us online. It's great to be here with all of you to kick off CES 2026. And I have to say, every year, I love coming to CES to see all the latest and greatest tech and catch up with so many friends and partners. But this year, I'm especially honored to be here with all of you to open CES. Now, we have a completely packed show for you tonight, and it will come as no surprise that tonight is all about AI.
No, you would
Although
have
the
thought.
rate and pace of AI innovation
No.
has been incredible over the last few years, my theme for tonight is you ain't seen nothing yet.
As everyone in tech gets unemployed.
We are
You AI
just
not seen
starting to
nothing yet.
realize the power of AI. And tonight, I'm going to show you a number of examples of where we're headed. And I'll be joined by some of the leading experts in the world, from industry giants to breakthrough startups. And together, we are working to bring AI everywhere and for everyone. So let's get started. At AMD, our mission is to push the boundaries of high performance and AI computing to help solve the world's most important challenges. Today, I'm incredibly proud to say that AMD technology touches the lives of billions of people every day. From the largest cloud data centers to the world's fastest supercomputers to 5G networks, transportation, and gaming, every one of these areas is being transformed by AI. AI is the most important technology of the last 50 years, and I can say it's absolutely our #1 priority at AMD. It's already touching every major industry, whether you're going to talk about healthcare or science or manufacturing or commerce, and we're just scratching the surface. AI is going to be everywhere over the next few years. And most importantly, AI is for everyone. It makes us smarter. It makes us more capable. It enables each one of us to be a more productive version of ourselves. And at AMD, we're building the compute foundation to make that future real for every company and for every person. Now, since the launch of ChatGPT a few years ago, I'm sure we all remember the first time we tried it. We've gone from 1 million people using AI to now more than 1 billion active users. This is just an incredible ramp. It took the internet decades to reach that same milestone. Now, what we are projecting is even more amazing. We see the adoption of AI growing to over 5 billion active users as AI truly becomes indispensable to every part of our lives, just like the cell phone and the internet of today.
Pretty soon there'll be more people using AI than people on the planet.
Now, the foundation of AI is compute.
Yeah, they're going to start counting AI using AI.
We have seen a huge surge in demand in the global compute infrastructure, growing from about 1 zettaflop in 2022 to more than 100 zettaflops in 2025. Now, that sounds big. That's actually 100 times in just a few years.
So is that like a
but what you're going to hear tonight from everyone is we don't have nearly enough compute for everything that we can possibly do. We have incredible innovation happening. Models are becoming much more capable.
Max is there, nice.
They're thinking and reasoning. They're making better decisions. And that goes even further when we extend that to agents overall.
Yeah,
so to enable AI we need to increase the world's compute capacity another 100 times over the next few years to more than 10 yotaflops over the next 5 years. Now, let me take a survey. How many of you know
All right, Max
what a
Voltage,
yotaflop is?
I want to see you yell something
Raise your
really
hand,
loud.
Please.
So you can be on the stream.
Is a 1 followed by 24
Lisa
zeros.
Sue, you suck. See what you see.
So 10 yotaflops
Nobody cares
is 10,000 times more compute
no one
than we
cares
had
about AI.
in
Then we'll know.
2022.
We want to see this.
There's just never, ever been anything like this in the history of computing.
Anything up there?
And that's really because there's never been a technology like AI.
I feel like yotaflops is going to get
to enable this, you need AI in
NVIDIA.
every compute platform. So what we're going to talk about tonight is the whole gamut.
Probably.
You know, we're going to talk about the cloud, where it runs continuously, delivering intelligence globally. We're going to talk about PCs, where it helps us work smarter and personalize every experience that we have.
What is
we're going to talk about the edge, where it powers machines that can make real-time decisions in the real world. AMD is the only company that has the full range of compute engines to make this vision a reality. You really need to have the right compute for each workload. And that means GPUs, that means CPUs, that means NPUs, that means custom accelerators. We have them all.
Oh,
and each of them can be tuned for the application to give you the best performance as well as the most cost-effective solution. So tonight, we're going to go on a journey. So you're going to go with me through several chapters as we showcase the latest AI innovations across cloud, PCs, healthcare, and much more. So let's go ahead and start with the first chapter, which is the cloud.
We're doing this real life situation
stuff. The cloud is really where the largest models are trained. and where intelligence is delivered to billions of users in real time. For developers, the cloud gives them instant access to massive
the other
compute,
buzzword.
the latest tools,
We
and
haven't
the
heard
ability to
quantum
deploy
yet.
and scale as
I
use
haven't heard
cases take
quantum
off.
yet.
What
The
else was
cloud
there?
is also where most of us experience AI today. So whether you're using
Just ray
ChatGPT or
tracing?
Gemini
Maybe we'll hear
or
path
Grok,
tracing this time.
or you're coding with copilots, all of these powerful models
Copilot.
are running in
AI
the cloud.
nobody wants.
Now, today, AMD is powering AI at every level of the cloud. Every major cloud provider runs on AMD EPYC CPUs.
Ooh.
And 8 of the top 10 AI companies use Instinct accelerators to power their most advanced models. And the demand for more compute is just continuing to go up. Let me just show you a few graphs. Over the past decade, the compute needed to train the leading AI models has increased more than 4 times every year, and that trend is just continuing. That's how we're getting today's models that are dramatically smarter and more useful. At the same time, as more people are using AI, we've seen an explosion over the last 2 years of inference, growing the number of tokens 100 times, really hitting an inflection point. You can just see how much that inference is really taking off. And to keep up with this compute demand, you really need the entire ecosystem to come together.
Yeah, so make
what we
better
like
GPUs.
to say is the real challenge is how do we put AI infrastructure at Yotta scale? And that requires more than
There you
just
go.
Yeah.
raw performance. It starts with leadership
Send
compute,
in an insider to
CPUs, GPUs, networking coming together. It takes an open modular rack design that can evolve over product generations. It requires high-speed networking to connect thousands of accelerators into a single unified system.
Oh, there goes my dial.
And it has to be really easy to deploy. So we want full turnkey solutions. That's exactly why we built Helios, our next generation rack scale
Start her
platform
up.
for the Yotta scale AI era.
The Yotta scale.
Helios requires innovation at every single level: hardware,
Yotta
software,
scale.
and systems. It starts with our engineering teams who designed our next generation Instinct MI455 accelerators to deliver the largest generational performance increase we've ever achieved.
Oh boy, here we go.
MI455
Here we
GPUs
go.
are built using
Hey, look, the
leading
things
edge
that
2
we can't get
nanometer
right now.
and 3 nanometer
Yeah.
process
Me first.
technologies
I don't
and
even think they
advanced
have one.
3D
They're
chiplet
just they got
packaging
AI rendering
with
of them.
ultra-fast, high bandwidth
Yep.
They got a
HBM4
concept.
memory.
Yeah, you have to render them because you can't
This is
get them.
integrated into a compute tray with our EPYC CPUs and Pensando networking chips to create a tightly integrated platform. Each tray is then connected with high-speed ultra-accelerator link protocol
Their
tunneled over
double-wide
Ethernet,
server
which
racks are
enables the
kind of
72
interesting.
GPUs in the rack
It's going to be a
to
pain in the
function
butt
as
for
a
Home
single
Lab in
compute
10
unit.
years.
And then from there, we connect thousands of Helios racks to build powerful AI clusters using
everything
industry
is data
standard
center.
Ultra Ethernet
Everything
NICs
is
and
data
Pensando programmable
Yeah, like,
DPUs
see all that
that
there?
can accelerate AI
And
performance
a home
even
miner
more
thinks
by
they're actually
offloading some of
doing
the
AI?
tasks
Like,
from
come
the
on.
GPUs.
Yeah.
Like,
Now, we are at
seriously, think about
CES.
that.
It is a little bit about show and tell. So I am
All
proud
that's
to show
all
you
generating naughty
Helios
pictures
right
on
here
X.
in
That's what
Vegas,
all that's for.
the world's best AI
Core
rack.
AI is competing with AMD here. Flux is doing the same thing as AMD here. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, they're showing a picture of a rack, really?
Is that a picture or is that a real rack?
Rack.
A lot of rack.
Look at the rack on her. Oh my God, are you serious? This is the dramatic music for a frickin' rack?
Is that beautiful or what?
Not really.
Lisa's showing off her rack.
Oh boy.
Now, for those of you who have not
There you go,
seen a rack
Voltage.
before,
Matt, say
let
nice
me tell
rack.
you, Helios is a monster of a rack. This is
Yes,
no
he
regular
is.
rack, okay?
Uh-huh.
This is a double-wide design
Thick
based
rack.
on the OCP
Double-wide.
wide standard developed in
Double-wide.
collaboration with Meta, and it weighs nearly 7,000 pounds.
Holy
So,
jeez.
That's a
Gary, it
freight
took us a
ship.
bit to get it up
That's
here.
a
Way to
rack.
So
go
you know.
under that rack.
But
That's
we
a
wanted
lot
to
of
show
silicone.
you what is
She
really
is
powering
so
all
light.
this
Well,
AI.
that's a
It
lot
is
of
actually more
silicon.
than 2 compact cars.
Right.
Now, the way we've designed Helios is was really
Double
working
D.
closely with our lead customers, and we chose this design so that we could optimize serviceability, manufacturability, and reliability for next generation
Reliability,
AI
isn't that right?
data centers. Now,
Oh,
let me
boy.
show you a few other things.
Okay, yeah. What
At the
else you
center
got?
of Helios is the compute tray. So let's take a closer look at what one of those trays look like.
Oh my God. Are you serious? They're going to show. Oh my God.
It's like 4 people that say woo.
Wow.
Now, I can tell you, I probably cannot lift this compute tray, so it had to come out. But let me just
5
describe it a little bit.
CPUs in it?
Each Helios compute tray includes 4 MI455 GPUs, and they're paired with the next-gen EPYC Venice CPU and Pensando networking chips. And all of this is liquid-cooled so that we can maximize performance.
Yeah, that's not ending up in the home lab.
At the heart of Helios is our next-generation Instinct GPUs.
Look at that.
And you
5
guys have
CPUs
seen
in
me
that thing.
hold
Or
up a lot of chips
what are
in
those in
my
the back?
career. But
The
today,
Those are
I can
GPUs?
tell you,
Oh,
I
okay.
am genuinely excited to hold up this chip.
Look at all the RAM.
So let me show you MI455X for the very first time.
Oh, here we go. She has to hold it up and do the smile.
There we go. That's a piece of sand. That is
There's a
a huge ass
big
die.
freaking GPU,
That is
man.
a big ass die. That's 3 nanometers.
MI455 is the
look at all the
most
stacks
advanced
on
chip
there.
we've ever
Look at all
built.
that RAM.
It's pretty darn big. It has 320 billion transistors, 70% more than MI355. It
Holy.
includes 12 2-nanometer and 3-nanometer compute and I/O chiplets, and 432 gigabytes of ultra-fast HBM4, all connected with our next-gen 3D chip
HBM4.
stacking technology. So we
Good
put
Lord.
4 of these into the compute trays up here.
Hash rate on Monero.
So we see that. So just imagine
And
what
then driving those
NVIDIA probably
GPUs
showing
is our
because
next
AMD
generation
usually sucks
EPYC
on the GPU
CPU,
side.
codenamed Venice.
Yeah.
Venice extends
So
our leadership
NVIDIA must
across
have a
every
monster.
dimension that matters in the data center.
Venice. What is this?
More
Venice?
performance,
EPYC
better
Venice?
efficiency, and lower total cost of ownership. Now, let me show you
No,
Venice
no.
for the first time.
Lower total cost.
I don't believe that.
As
I have to
if.
say, this is another beautiful chip.
Oh boy.
That's huge.
I think
Process.
it's still
I
the
do
same
love our
socket
chips,
as
so I can say that for sure. Venice is built with 2-nanometer process technology and features up to 256 of our newest high-performance Zen 6 cores.
Okay.
256 cores.
And the key here is we actually designed Venice to be the best AI CPU.
Now let's see what the
We
cache
doubled the
looks
memory
like
and
for that
GPU
thing.
bandwidth from our prior generation, so Venice can feed MI455 with data at full speed,
Double
even at
memory
rack scale.
bandwidth. Okay.
So this is really about co-engineering. And we
We
tie
must
it
have
all
put an
together
infinity
with our 800 gig Ethernet
into it.
Pensando Volcano and Selena networking chips,
Throw that on
delivering
yes
ultra
power.
high bandwidth as well as ultra low latency.
HB,
So tens of
HBM4 on the
thousands of Helios
GPUs
racks
and
can scale
256
across
core
the data center.
CPU. Wow.
Now, just to give you a little bit of the scale of what this means, that means that each Helios rack has more than 18,000 CDNA 5 GPU compute units and more than 4,600 Zen 6 CPU cores, delivering up to
4,600
2.9
cores
exaflops of
in a rack.
performance.
I
Each
think
rack
that's
also
about as
includes
much as I
31
have.
terabytes of HBM4 memory,
entire
an
farm.
industry-leading
One rack.
260 terabytes per second of scale-up
Wonder what the
bandwidth,
hash rate on
and
that is.
43 terabytes per second of aggregate scale-out bandwidth to move data in and out incredibly fast. Suffice it to say, those numbers are big. When we launch Helios later this year, and I'm happy to say Helios is exactly on track to launch later this year, we expect it will set the new benchmark for AI performance. And to put this performance in context, just over 6 months ago, we launched MI355, and we delivered up to 3x more inference throughput versus the prior generation. And now with MI455, we're bending that curve further, delivering up to 10 times more performance across a wide range of models and workloads.
We'll probably see it show up on Pharonics. They'll probably get one of those, and they run through a couple crypto tests,
allows developers to build larger models, more capable agents, and more powerful applications.
Now we know where all the RAM went.
Is pushing faster and further in each one of these areas
that's
than
your
OpenAI.
RAM allocation.
To talk about where AI is headed and the work that we're doing together, I'm extremely happy to welcome the president and co-founder of OpenAI, Greg Brockman, to the stage.
We only got a co-president.
Now I gotta listen to Scam Man.
OpenAI. This is
Greg, it is so great to have you here. Thank you for being here.
Responsible for us not having RAM.
OpenAI truly started all of this with the release of ChatGPT a few years ago, and the progress you've made is just incredible.
10 years, we'll figure out the same normal story. He stole it from someone else.
Can you just give us a picture
like
of where
Facebook,
are things today? What are you seeing?
Apple,
and how are we working together?
First of all, it's great to be here. Thank you for having me. ChatGPT is very much the overnight success that was 7 years in the making. Right, that
guy does not look like he did
OpenAI back in 2015 with a vision that deep learning could lead to artificial general intelligence, very powerful systems that could benefit everyone. And we wanted to help to actually realize that technology and bring it to the world and democratize it. And we spent a long time just making progress. Where year over year, the benchmarks would look better and better. But the first time we had something that was so useful that many people around the world wanted to use it was ChatGPT. And we were just blown away by
Which is the guy that says he's not making anything? Was it ChatGPT?
Really
and I found out that he was making all this money
in their daily
lives. To everybody.
And so, just out of curiosity, how many people in the room are ChatGPT users?
I can't remember.
That was pretty much the whole room,
Yes.
I would
Thank
just
you.
say.
But very importantly, how many of you have had an experience that was very key
How
to
many
your
of you
life
cannot
or the
afford
life of a
RAM?
loved one, whether it's in healthcare, in helping manage a newborn, in any other walk of your life?
Yeah, I don't want AI managing my newborns.
That's the metric that we want to optimize. And that seeing that number go up and to the right has been something that has been really different in 2025, right? That we really moved from being just a text box that you ask a question, you get an answer, something very simple contained, to people really using it for very personal, very important things in their lives. And it's not just in personal lives for healthcare and
like giving me pizza recipes
it's also
involving
in the
glue,
enterprise, right? And really starting to bring models like Codex to be able to transform software engineering. And I think that this year we're really going to see enterprise agents really take off. We're seeing scientific discovery start to be really accelerated, whether it's developing novel math proofs. The first time we saw that was just a couple months ago, and the progress is continuing. And it's really across every single endeavor of human knowledge work, where there's human intelligence that can be leveraged, right? That you can amplify it. We now have an assistant, right? We now have a tool. We have an advisor that is able to amplify what people want to do.
I completely agree with you,
Grok
Greg.
to
I
imagine
think
this guy with hair.
just an enormous acceleration of what we're using this tech for. Now, I would say, I think every single time I see you, you tell me you need more compute.
It's true. It's true.
It's almost like a broken record. Like you could just, just play the Greg wants more compute. Can you talk about just some of the things that you're seeing in the infrastructure, some of the bottlenecks, and where do you think we should be focusing as an industry?
Power.
Well, the why do we need more compute is the most important question, right? Which is really when the models are not that capable, right? Where we were in 2015, 2016, 2017, so forth. Is that you basically just want to train a model and evaluate
selling 5
it. Maybe there'd be a
megawatt
very narrow task to be used
turbines.
But
jet engines
as we
for
made this exponential progress on the models,
build out for your data centers.
there's actually exponential utility to them.
Power fast
People
enough
want to bring it into their lives in a very scalable way.
Turbines in the meantime.
And I think that what we're seeing is as we move from you ask a question, you get an answer, to
agentic
workflows, where you ask the model to write some software for you, and it goes off for minutes or hours. Or soon even
Johnny
days.
5 wouldn't put up for any of this crap.
And you're not just operating one agent, you're operating a fleet
This
of
is
agents.
AMD
right? You can
times
have 10
OpenAI. Do you think when
different
NVIDIA
work
did theirs,
streams
it
all
said
going at once
NVIDIA
on your
times
behalf for a
OpenAI?
single developer? Right, and that it should be the case that you wake up in the morning, and this is the kind of thing we are going to build, by the way. And ChatGPT has taken items off your to-do list at home and at work, and that all of that's going to require that that big graph that you had of how much compute the world's going to need. That's going to require far more compute than we have right now. Like I would love to have a GPU running in the background for every single person in the world because I think it can deliver value for them. But that's billions of GPUs. No one has a plan to build that kind of scale. And so what we're really seeing is benefits in people's lives, right? We're seeing, for example, some of my favorite applications, some of the ones I think are most important are in healthcare.
Can do it,
right? That we actually see people's lives being saved through ChatGPT.
Flux can do it all.
Just over the holidays, one of my coworkers, that her husband had leg pain. They went to the
thing is
hospital,
like, if they really
ER,
wanted it,
and they got it x-rayed, and the doctors are like, it's a pulled muscle, just wait it out, you'll be fine.
That's not where the
money
money's
went home, it got a little bit worse.
Oh, exactly.
Typed the symptoms into ChatGPT. ChatGPT said, go back to the ER, this could be a blood clot. And in fact, it was deep vein thrombosis in the leg, in addition to 2 blood clots on the lungs. And if they just waited it out,
anecdotal knowledge of why AI
fatal.
Yeah, but last time I heard the doctor says don't use AI
Fiji, our CEO of applications, I work very close with every day.
To do doctor stuff.
ChatGPT literally saved her life too. Right? She was in the hospital.
ChatGPT saved
her life. And had an infection. They're about to inject a antibiotic, and she said, "Wait just a moment."
How many stories for every one that he says it helped? I wonder, was there 30, 40, 50?
No, because you had this other infection 2 years ago that could re-trigger it.
Oh yeah, or it makes people crazy, and
so she showed it to the doctor. The doctor's like, "Wait,
delete their family?
You had this condition?" I didn't know. I only had 5 minutes to review your medical history.
Dime a dozen stories.
I completely agree, Greg. I mean, that's one of the things that we can always, all of us can use.
All right.
Yes.
That's really what we have here. Look, I mean, I think you've painted a
84% said this guy's full of BS.
16%
said no. Out of 19
I think we
votes.
feel exactly the same way.
55 years, 19 likes. Come on, guys.
A
Hit that
incredible
like
amount of
button.
work with your engineering teams. MI455
I gotta find
and
that meme
Helios
now
is
about,
actually a lot of
this
it
guy
is
laying in a
some of
hospital
the
bed.
feedback from
The
our
doctor
engineering
says, "Don't
teams
worry,
working closely
I
together."
got my
Can
degree
you
with
talk a little bit about that
ChatGPT or something like
infrastructure
that. Yeah, there you go.
and what
The
are you
guy's going
what are
like
your
this.
customers
Tracking
wanting?
people.
And
There
how are
you
you going
go.
to use
They need more
MI455?
GPUs so
One
they
of the
can
key
IP
things
trace faster.
with how AI is evolving is thinking about the balance of different resources on the GPU. And so we have a slide to show how we've seen the evolution of this, the balance of resources across different MI generations. So you see this slide that I very painstakingly put together. Actually, I did not painstakingly put it together. I asked ChatGPT to go create the slide. And so it literally did all the research, and you can see some sources at the bottom. And it actually went and read a bunch of different AMD materials, created these charts.
Created the charts before they released any information on them.
And produced not just an answer for me to then go do a bunch of work.
This wasn't
artifact
insider
that I can show. And this is just one simple example that you can do today with ChatGPT, right? That we are moving to a world where you are going to be able to have an agent that does all this work for you. And for that, we're going to need
found all
to
this
have
information
hardware that is really tuned to our applications. What we have in mind is that we're moving to a world where human attention, human intent becomes the most precious resource. And so that there should be very low latency interaction.
There's a nice little Freudian slip there.
An ocean
on the YouTube
swap.
What did it say?
That's constantly running. That's very high throughput.
Human attention.
Human attention.
Of low latency and high throughut.
Oh boy.
Yield a bunch of different pressures on.
Swamp 7 says they are getting a few of the new AMD Zen 5
we like
epics.
building GPUs
Liquid
for you.
cooled for a
That
client,
works well.
1.5 terabytes of DDR5,
Lastly, Greg,
5600
let's talk a
megahertz
little bit
RAM
about the future.
per
paint
socket.
the picture.
Might be
One of the things
delivered
that we've talked
armored
about
truck.
is there's some people out there who are wondering, is
basically.
the demand really there? Can AI compute? Like, do we really need all of this AI compute? And I know you and I have talked about
changing
it.
career
I think
path
people
for
don't
me,
have a view of the future that you see. I mean, you have like a special seat. So
they're going to require IT professionals to have, higher training.
We have been tripling our compute every single year for the past couple of years, and we've also tripled our revenue.
Sentry guns set up around the data centers to keep the plebs out.
Within OpenAI is every time we want to release a new feature, we want to produce a new model, we want to bring this technology to the world, we have a big fight internally over compute, because there are so many things we want to launch and produce for all of you that we simply cannot because we are compute constrained. And I think we're moving to a world where GDP growth will itself be driven by the amount of compute that is available in a particular country.
Ooh, that's a ballsy statement right there.
And I think that we're starting to see the first inklings of this. And I think over the next couple of years, we'll see it start to hit in a real way.
Important, buddy.
And I think that AI is something where I think data centers can actually be very beneficial to local communities. I think that's a really important thing for us to really prove to people. But also the AI technology you produce, that is also something where, in terms of scientific advances, you think about what has been the most fundamental driver of increase in quality of life.
They're still talking about how energy intensive Bitcoin is, but you don't see any of those arguments when it comes to this.
Limitation there is.
And this uses so much more power.
There's a particular discipline built with a bunch of expertise. There are a small number of experts, and it's hard for them to propagate that to future generations. For example, in biology, we hooked up GPT-5 to a wet lab setup and had,
What?
what the wet lab looked like.
Built a lab and threw it
The
in the
model
lake.
said, here are a couple of ideas to try.
I see.
The humans would go try it, and it actually produced a 79x, almost 100x fold improvement in the efficiency of a particular protocol. And that's just one particular reaction that people have spent some time actually optimizing, but not like a ton of time, because it's just, there's so much surface area available in biology that no human can possibly get to all of it. No human can be an expert across every single subfield.
It's like a protein folding thing or something?
Is AIs that really bridge across disciplines that humanity has been unable to bridge, right? You see this within healthcare, where as humans learn more, we specialize more, but we're going to have AIs that are going to amplify. And so I think it'll be for hard problems.
And when they're wrong,
AI will be brought to bear.
That's a bad day.
True for enterprise, every single application. I think we'll have an agent that is accelerating what people want to do. And I think the hardest problem for humanity will be deciding
Here comes
how do we use
Skynet.
the limited resources we have to get the most benefit for everyone.
That is an incredible vision. Greg, we
Best
are
we can
so
hope for is
excited to
that
be working
Microsoft
with
launched
you.
it, and then
I
it's just
think there's no
incompetence.
question
Terminator was
in the
actually a
world that
documentary from
we
the
have
future
the
that somehow
power
made
to
it
really
back.
change people's lives. Thank you for the
Basically.
partnership, and really look forward to it.
Thank you.
Okay, and then there's
All right, now where's the consumer stuff that we're never going to see because you guys are giving it all to AI?
So, as you heard from Greg, compute
Right.
is key, and
This in,
MI455
AMD's
is a game
relaunching the
changer.
RX 480.
But with the MI400
Relaunching the
series, we
3900X.
designed a full portfolio
They
of
just talked about
solutions
selling them
for
all.
cloud, enterprise, supercomputing, and
DDR3
sovereign AI.
support, so you can afford it.
DDR2.
At the top is Helios, that's built for the bleeding-edge performance, hyperscale training, and distributed inference at rack scale. For enterprise AI deployments, we have Instinct MI440X GPUs that deliver leadership training and inference performance in a compact
we could use some leadership
8
trainings.
server
That's cool.
designed for easy use in today's existing data center
Great.
infrastructure. And for sovereign AI and supercomputing, where extreme
The pirate
accuracy
says
matters
at least
the most,
AI might
we
push
have
us
the
to make a Dyson
MI430X
sphere to cover the
platform
power
that
needs.
delivers
See what's actually
leadership
going to
hybrid
happen
computing
is they're
capabilities
going to release
for
a
both
much
high
cheaper
precision
power source
scientific
like
and AI
cold
data types.
fusion or something crazy
This is
like
something
that.
unique
It'll
that
be a
we
lot
at AMD
cheaper,
do
but they're going to
because
charge
of our
us even
chiplet
more because they're going to
technology.
say how
We
hard
can
it was
actually
to do.
have the right compute
Yeah,
for
pass
the
on
right
the expense.
application. Now, hardware is only part of the story. We believe an open ecosystem is essential to the future of AI. Time and time again, we've seen that innovation
By
actually
open,
gets
they really mean
faster
centralized.
when the industry comes together and aligns around an open infrastructure and shared technology standards. And AMD is the only company delivering openness across the full stack. That's hardware, software, and the broader solutions ecosystem. Our software strategy starts with ROCm. ROCm is the industry's highest performance open software stack for AI.
Their software's
We
pretty
have
glitchy,
day zero
isn't it?
support for the most widely used
I wanna know
frameworks,
what Ultra
tools,
is.
and
They fixed
model
any of their
hubs.
software
And it's
lately?
also natively supported by the top open
Seems
source
like it's getting
projects
better. I
like
haven't used it in a while.
PyTorch,
It seems everything for the
DLLM,
CPUs works, but
SGLang,
everything for the
Hugging
GPUs
Face,
is
and
always
others
broken.
that are downloaded more than 100 million times a month.
Honestly, I might
and run
actually be
out of the
looking at
box
going
on
AMD
Instinct,
again
making it easier
for
than ever
GPUs
for
for
developers
AI.
to build, deploy,
It's
and
just so
scale
damn
on
cheap.
AMD.
Well, that's true.
One of the
because
exciting
they suck,
AI
but
companies using
maybe.
AMD and ROCm to power their models is Luma
For a
AI.
reason. No one
Please
wants them.
join me in welcoming the Luma AI CEO and co-founder Amit
Yeah,
Jain.
it
to
is
the
getting
stage.
And there's
better,
no
though.
miner support anymore. Like a new coiner release,
Yeah.
new algorithm. By the time it'll be mined to crap
Oh,
the
of
rug
course.
full, you'll finally get a miner a month after that.
Hello, Amit.
Yeah, I mean,
How
GPU
are you? It's
mining
great to have
is
you
pretty
here
much
with
dead.
us. You're doing some incredible work in video generation and multimodal models. Can you tell us a little bit about Luma and what you're doing?
Absolutely. Lisa, thank you so much for having me here.
Of course.
Luma's mission is to build multimodal and general intelligence, so AI can understand our world and help us
So
simulate
they
and
they
improve
launched
it.
their Helios
Most
rack,
AI video and image
and they're
models
filling
today,
up their
they're
time
in
slot
early
by
stages,
allowing
and
other
they're
people
used
to have little
generate
mini
pixels.
keynotes.
They're
inside
used
of
to
theirs,
produce,
is what I'm
Yeah,
getting
that's
at.
what it's looking like.
Tells me
what
that
is needed
a
in the
consumer
world are
CPU,
more
they're not
intelligent
even-
models that
Then at the very end,
combine
we'll get
audio,
2
video,
minutes
language,
to
image
see a
all
consumer
together.
CPU.
So
and
at
just
Luma,
a release,
we
they'll
are
see it
training
so
these
fast you won't
systems
even
that
hear it.
simulate physics, causality,
Just release
are able
10
to
years.
the ending
provide
spot would be
research called tools.
no consumer
and then finally,
GPUs.
render out the results in audio, video, image, text, whatever is appropriate for the information that you're trying to work with. In short, we are modeling and generating worlds. So as an example, let me show you some of our some results from our latest model, Ray 3. By the way, Ray 3 is the world's first reasoning video model. So what it means is it actually is able to think first in pixels and latents and decide whether what it's about to generate is good. And it's also the world's first model that can generate in 4K and HDR. So please take a look.
Huh?
But I like to suffer, so that might end up being what I end up doing.
When you close your eyes,
oh, is that a new movie coming out?
what do you see?
That's how you get around in Canada, right?
Oh no, the flood is back.
That was good, Zach. That was funny.
What is real?
Right, bears and polar bears and penguins. Moose, yeah, moose is deadly.
Your imagination.
The Canadian public transit system.
So, I don't know. I'm not really seeing anything next level. I see people put AI videos on YouTube.
Ray 3.
They'll probably get nailed or something with that music.
I could say, Amit, that looked pretty incredible. So tell us, how are customers using Ray 3 today?
So we are working with
Oh.
very large enterprises as well as individual creators across the spectrum.
Oh, boy.
And we work with
So
them
tell me,
in
what the hell
advertising,
is Ray
media,
3?
entertainment, and industries where, like, you want to tell your story.
Does that go with the Yoda flop?
2025 was the year when they
How many
started
Yoda
to
flops
deploy
do I
our
need to
models
run
and
this?
experiment with them. And towards the end of it, we are seeing large-scale deployments where people are using our models for as much as actually making a 90-minute feature-length movie. What customers are also asking us a lot for, as they're using it more and more, is control and precision. How
Probably
can they
is a
get
pirate.
their particular vision out onto the screen?
The sad thing is, like,
And what we
even
have
commercials
realized
now, I
and
see
to our
this on the
research is
normal
that
TV,
control
you can
comes from
tell it's
intelligence, not just
super
better
AI
prompts. You can't
generated.
keep,
It's
like,
like,
typing it again and again.
Like,
and
we're
again.
getting to the point where we
have
don't,
built a
Hollywood's
whole new
going to go
model on top
bankrupt
of Ray
because everything's
3
going to be
called
AI.
Ray 3 Modified.
Why pay people
that
to make a
allows
movie?
you to edit the world.
I mean,
So let me
I
show
think
you actually
AI
what
is
that
probably
looks
on
like.
par with
This won't have
Hollywood
audio,
as
and I'm
far
gonna
as
tell you a little bit
creativeness
about what you're
goes.
seeing.
So that one I won't
what's
be too
playing on the
sad
screen is a
about.
demo of Ray 3's world editing capabilities. It can take any real or AI footage, so footage from cameras or footage that you generated, and change it as little or as much as you
That looked
want
like
to
Tesla.
realize the creative goals. It's a powerful system that we have developed for our most ambitious customers who are most demanding, and they spread
You
the
can
gamut across
fill in the
entertainment,
audience that
advertising.
no one's coming to your
and
sport game.
This has allowed us to enable a
Oh
new
my
era of
God.
hybrid human AI productions. The human becomes the prompt through motion, timing, and direction. Like, you act it out, and then the model can produce it. What that means in practice is that filmmakers and creators can create entire cinematic universes, now without elaborate sets, and then
Damn it,
edit
Crouch.
and modify
Don't say that.
anything to
What?
get to the
What you say?
result. they
He's
want.
not that much ahead
This
of us.
has
There's
never
no
been
way.
possible before.
Oh,
But in
man.
2026,
Lies.
No,
we
I
are
guess
focused
we
on
have to
actually
wait for
going
the
much
next one.
further. 2026 will be the year of agents, where AI will be able to
2026 is
help you
ruined.
to accomplish more of the task, or hopefully the full end-to-end
Embargoed
of the
till this
task, rather than
started.
doing some
Okay.
patchwork. So our teams have been working
Well, what does that
diligently,
tell you? It tells
building the
you-
world's most powerful
I don't know.
multimodal agent models.
Sell the
Using Luma, you'll
platforms
suddenly
you
feel
got,
like you have a large team of
or-
capable creatives
They
who are
gotta-
working with
They
you
got to
in your
redo the
creative
9800X
pursuits.
to
I
3D
want to
because
show
I've
you a
been
brief
hearing
demo
they've
of what
been
that would
blowing
feel
up.
like.
You guys hear that?
No.
The
So what you're seeing
Even more?
here
Yeah, there's some with
is
some
a new
internet
multimodal
cafe
agent that
had
can take
20
a whole
of them, and so
script
far
from,
15 of them are
ideas
gone.
with, like, characters and everything, and start
geez.
Not
imagining
doing
that in
too
front
good.
of you. Now, this is not script to
So
movie.
buy the warranty
This is
if you
human
get
AI
one
I
of
gotta go
those.
figure out to get the
and
exact
our next
numbers.
generation of
I was gonna
models
record
provide
something on
the
that. I
ability
have
to
the
analyze
article
multiple
saved
frames,
somewhere.
long-form video, and make selection
Are
and
those all
maintain the
ASRock
fidelity of
boards,
the
or I wonder
characters,
if
scenes,
it's
and
that
story, and
nonsense
only
or
editing
something
that
else?
is
I'm
needed.
not
So are we
sure.
really
Here
interested in
you're
listening
seeing
to this,
human
dude? I
and
mean,
AI
like,
collaborate in
I'm not.
designing characters, environments, shots, and the whole world.
No, not really. I
And
don't care
with
about
our
whatever
agents,
thing
And
he's
we've already
offering.
we
heard
believe that
Drew
creators
that
will be able to make entire
not getting what we
stories,
want.
what used to take a large production before. Again, this has never been possible before, and we have been using
Yeah,
it heavily
Crouch.
internally.
Probably the only thing I
and
saw
we
that
couldn't
was
be more
cool
excited.
about the Intel one
Individual
was
creators
the
or small teams will
supposedly
suddenly
big improvement
have
for
the
their
power of doing
iGPUs.
what entire
That'll be
Hollywood
interesting to
studios
see if those thin and
That's
light
pretty
laptops
amazing. It's really
can
nice to
perform as
see
well
how
as they're
these Luna
saying they
agents come
can.
together and make this happen. Now, I know you have a lot of choices in compute, and when we first started talking, actually, you called me and said you needed compute,
A lot
and
of
I said
choices,
I thought I could help.
approximately 2.5.
Can you tell us a bit about why you chose AMD and what has your experience been?
Yeah, we bet on AMD very early on. That call was in 2024, early 2024. And since then, our partnership has grown into a large-scale collaboration between our teams, so much so that today, 60% of Luma's rapidly growing inference workloads actually run on AMD cards. Today, we also, initially when we started out, we used to do a bunch of engineering. But today, we are at a point where most any operators, most any workloads that we can imagine run out of the box on AMD. And this is huge props to your software teams and the diligent work that is going into the ROCm ecosystem. We are building multimodal models, and actually, these workloads are very complex compared to text models.
Yeah, but Swap 7.
One example of that is these
NVIDIA's given us a gift that they already gave us.
Thousands of times more
3060.
a video.
You telling me that that's not garnering any goodwill with you?
About 100,000
be able to sell our own
easily.
GPU. That's
Compare
the
that
best
to
gift
a
ever.
response from an LLM. It's about
That
200
honestly
to
is the
300
best
tokens.
gift, yeah.
So
Worth more money.
when we are working with this much information, TCO.
Yeah,
and
they're allowing me to
inference
sell my
economy is
BC250s at
absolutely
$200 a
critical for your
blade.
business. Otherwise, there's no
I'm with
way
you.
to serve all the demand that is coming our way. Through our collaboration with the AMD team, we have been able to achieve some of the best total cost of ownership.
Do they
that we
have another
ever seen
keynote
in our
at CES later
and
on?
we believe as we
Anyone
build
know?
these
Like,
more
what is this
complex
last
models
couple
that are
days,
able
doesn't
to
it?
do autoregressive diffusion and that are able to do
Yeah,
text
should
and
be
image
this
and
week.
audio and
I
video
wonder if they're
all at
gonna.
the
I
same
wonder if the
time.
consumer stuff is
This
a different day or
collaboration will allow
something.
us to
Because Tom's
significantly
Hardware and everyone says it
differentiate
should be
on cost
being
and
announced at
efficiency, which, as you know,
CES.
in AI is a big deal. So, through this
Maybe.
collaboration,
I'm
we have
assuming that
developed
they're going to
such
do it at
degree of
the end
confidence
Probably.
that in
The last
they need to
2026,
talk
we are
at least
expanding
80%
our
of their
partnership
keynote about
to
AI.
a tune of about 10 times what we have done before.
Let's
And
keep
these
an eye out to see
455
when the next
cards,
one is.
Yeah, we'll have to see some
and I
recaps,
cannot be
Screw.
more excited for MI455X because this, the rack scale solution and the memory and the infrastructure that you're building is essential for us to be able to build these world
Koopman
simulation
says, so the stuff
Well, we
they're
love
talking
hearing
about
that,
now
Amit.
is actually
And look,
amazing. I
our
wish I could
goal
tell
is
you
to
the
deliver
stuff
you more powerful hardware.
that he's not saying.
Your goal is to make it do
So
amazing things.
this edited?
So
It's not even
just
live?
give us a little brief view of what do you see customers doing over the next few years that just isn't even possible today?
Right. So, as Greg was mentioning, early
In the next
on
few
in
years,
LLM
they
land,
will
right, like,
be able to buy a kit of
in 2022,
DDR5.
2023, they were great for writing copies, small emails, things like that. We could have
No,
never
DDR6 out by
imagined
then, so
that
yeah, you can
we
get
would
by.
actually put these models,
Yeah, because data centers aren't going to want it.
real-time systems,
Exactly.
into healthcare and these kind of things. Through accuracy and
So
architecture
the
and
CPU
scaling.
is coming out.
Again,
LLMs
with
have now gotten to
healthcare,
that
man.
So that
Video
means
models
is
are
next
currently
year
in that early
should be
stage. Today, they're
AM6
great
then,
for
right?
generating video and pretty
Is
pictures.
this the third year of
But soon,
AM5? That's their
by
final year, I
scaling
think.
these models up, by improving the accuracy and data,
I
we will
guess.
end up with a place where these models will help
So
us
next year
simulate
could be
real physical
interesting.
processes in the world, like CAD, architecture, fluid flows, help
I
us
don't
design
remember
entire
how
rocket
long
engines, plan
DD
cities.
or
And this is not
AM5 is supposed
outrageous.
to be
This is
around
what
for.
It's supposed to be
we've
3
done manually with big
generations, I
giant
thought.
teams
And we're
in simulation environments.
so this
These
year would be the
models
third.
will allow us to do that and automate that to a great
Unless this the
And as they
third
become more and more
generation
accurate,
actually takes 2 years.
multimodal models
maybe.
is what we need.
Because they're still
for
now
the
they're
backbone
revamping
of
the
general
9000
purpose
series
robotics.
again. So
Your home robot,
technically that's still the
you know,
other one.
Yeah.
will
I don't
run
know.
hundreds of
I mean,
simulations in its
I don't
head
think they're going
in image
to,
and video,
like,
and then
depending on
try
how,
out, like, okay,
well, okay, so
how
this
do I do this? How do
DRAM
I solve
shortage
this?
is supposed
So that
to
it's
last
able
for
to
a
do a
while,
lot
right?
more than current generation
So
of LLM and VLM
I
robots are able to do.
wonder
This is
if
how the
this is
human
going to be
brain
another
works.
Ethereum
Humans are
shortage
natively
thing where the
multimodal.
cycle is
Our AI
slowed down
systems will be as well.
and they don't
That
release
sounds
the
wonderful,
new
Amit.
platform for
Look,
a
thank
while.
you so much
that's
for being
very
here
well
today. Thank you for the
possible, yeah.
partnership, and we really look forward to all that
Makes
you're going to do
sense.
next.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Don't want to release something that
That's what
nobody
it was
can
like-
buy because you can't get any of the other parts for it.
Yeah.
So
It wasn't
you've
like the
heard from
10
Greg and
series, like,
Amit.
4
What they said
years in
is
the
they
running
need
or
more
something
compute
crazy like
to
that?
build and run their next gen models. And it is the same across every single customer that we have, which is why the demand for compute is growing faster than ever.
All right, everybody wake up.
Now,
We're
meeting
we're
that
done talking
demand
about
means
AI. maybe.
continuing to push the envelope on performance far beyond where we are today. MI400 series was a major inflection point in terms of delivering leadership training across all
I don't know,
workloads,
Georgie,
inference, scientific
8280.
computing.
I don't
But we
know
are
when
not
DDR6
stopping
is
there.
supposed to come out. I'll Google it.
Development of our next
Google
gen
AI will tell us, 'cause
MI500 series
AI
is
rules the world
already
now.
well underway. With MI500, we take another major leap in performance. It's built on our next-gen CDNA 6 architecture, manufactured on 2-nanometer process technology, and uses higher-speed HBM4E memory.
DDR6 RAM is expected to make its commercial rollout in late 25.
We're on track
We don't
to
see that
deliver
yet,
1,000
anticipated
times,
for early 26.
1,000x increase
No
I
way.
doubt we'll
in
see
AI
that with all the
over
with
the
all the
last
stuff
4
happening
years,
now. That's probably
making
canceled.
more powerful AI accessible to all.
I can't see that happening.
So with that,
anymore.
let's thank you. So with that, now let's shift from the cloud to the devices that make AI more personal. PCs.
Presentation about server hardware. That's a new one for me.
What are we doing now? What is this? Personal computing. Personal computing.
All right. All right.
See what we got here.
So for decades, the PC has
AI.
been about a powerful device
and
helping us be more productive, whether at work or at school. But with AI, the PC has become not just a tool, but it's a powerful, essential part of our lives as an active partner.
Oh wait, I guess laptops would be interesting because that'd be new mini forms, right?
And it can help you do things faster than you've ever expected, even when you're offline.
Well, we have to.
AI
we have to
PCs
suffer
are starting to deliver real value across a wide range of everyday tasks.
Ryzen 9
from content
AI,
creation and
HX,
productivity to intelligent personal assistants.
AI again.
Let's just take a look at a few of the AI PC applications today. Starting with content creation.
It's really bad.
These videos were created from simple text prompts on a Ryzen AI Max PC. So
like
not in the cloud, but in a local environment.
Series.
Anyone
AI
can
Max
generate professional quality
PC.
photos and videos in minutes with no design expertise. Microsoft has been a key enabler of AI PCs, helping bring next-generation capabilities directly into our productivity tools. For example, managing your meetings, summarizing emails, quickly finding files that you need, using real-time translation on video conferences. And with Microsoft Copilot, advanced AI capabilities are being built directly into the Windows experience to complete tasks faster. You just describe what you need, and the PC takes it from there.
Correct.
Now,
they tried to force it on LG TVs, and there was such a massive outcry that it can be at least unpinned. I think it might actually, you might actually be able to remove it.
We were the first to integrate a dedicated on-chip AI engine in 2023. And the first to deliver Copilot Plus x86 PCs in 2024.
Oh.
And with Ryzen AI Max, we created the first single-chip x86 platform that could run a 200 billion parameter model locally. And now we're extending that leadership again with our next-gen Ryzen AI notebook and desktop processors. So today, I'm proud to announce the new Ryzen AI 400 series, the industry's broadest and most advanced family of AI PC processors. Ryzen AI 400 combines up to 12 high-performance Zen 5 CPU cores, 16 RDNA 3.5 GPU cores, our latest XDNA 2 NPU delivering up to 60 TOPS of AI compute, and support for faster memory speeds. These flagship Ryzen AI mobile processors deliver significantly faster content creation and multitasking performance compared to the competition.
I'm going back to the old i5.
There's a lot of excitement for the Ryzen AI 400 series, and if you're walking around CES this week, you're going to see many notebooks launching this week.
Really?
The first Ryzen AI 400 series PCs begin shipping later this month.
I like
with more than 120 ultra-thin gaming and commercial PCs launching throughout the year from every major OEM across every AI PC form factor.
Even be considered to
maybe they're growing. Well, they're using. That's right. I seen one. They're expensive, but they're using the AMD AI chips in them.
Now, powering the next generation of AI PC experiences takes more than just hardware. It takes smarter software with models that are lighter, faster, and can run directly on device. These are different than what you're seeing in the cloud. So to talk more about this next wave of model innovation, please welcome Ramin Hassani, co-founder and CEO of Liquid AI.
Oh, stop it.
Liquid AI. So that's like that Terminator guy, the Liquid guy, right?
Ramin, it's great to have you here.
That's the AI founded by Taco Bell.
I'm very excited about the work that you guys are doing at Liquid. You were really taking a different approach to models. Can you talk a little bit to the audience about what Liquid is doing and why it's different from others?
Absolutely, Lisa. It is great to be here. We're a foundation model company spun out of MIT 2.5 years ago. We're building efficient generative AI models that can run fast on any processor inside and outside of data centers. We designed from scratch multimodal models with a hardware-in-the-loop approach that allows us to optimize neural architectures for a given hardware. We're not building transformer models. We're building liquid foundation models.
No, that was
Powerful,
Thoroughbred.
fast,
Yeah,
and
man.
processor-optimized
He knows his
generative
stuff.
models.
It's Thoroughbred.
The goal is to substantially reduce the computational cost of intelligence from first principles
old
without
Athlon
sacrificing
single
quality.
core, like XP days.
That means liquid models
Athlon.
deliver frontier model quality
ran hot,
right
didn't
on
they?
a device.
Old school cool.
Device could be a phone,
Didn't
could
they
be
run
a
hot?
laptop, could be a robot, could be a coffee machine, it could be an airplane.
No, that generation,
Basically,
that was like
anywhere compute
Pentium 4
exists
space heater
with
generation.
three value propositions.
Oh.
AMD was
Privacy,
great. That was where you
speed,
want to go.
and continuity. It can work seamlessly
Well, that was when like
online and
mobile
offline
CPUs
workloads.
use the same socket. Actually socketed.
Ramin,
This
you know, our
desktop
team's
one. So
been
you pull a
working
mobile
really closely
CPU out,
on
throw it
bringing
in your
more capable
desktop, and
models
it's
to AI
like a
PCs.
pre-under
Can you
voltage
share a bit
CPU.
about that work?
Interesting.
Overclock
Absolutely.
the same and all
Today
that.
I've got two
Great.
new product announcements.
That was a good time.
One, we are excited to announce Liquid Foundation Models 2.5, the most advanced tiny class of models on the market. At only 1.2 billion parameters, the model performs best on instruction following capabilities between its class and models that are larger.
I still have my Athlon
LFM
2500
2.5
MP
instances are the building
somewhere.
blocks of reliable
I don't have
AI
a board
agents
anymore that
on
runs
any
it.
device.
But I
To
kept
put this
that
in
sucker.
perspective for you, this model delivers instruction following capabilities
I don't know
better
what this
than
guy's
the
talking about right now, though. What's all this
DeepSeek models
instruction
and
stuff he's
Gemini
referring to?
Pro kind of models, Gemini 2.5
I don't know.
Pro,
I'm busy reliving
on
one
the
of the
device.
glory days.
We're
I don't
releasing
care about
5
AI.
model instances: a chat model, an instruct model,
Like,
a Japanese
okay,
enhanced
let me
language model,
rephrase that.
a vision language
When
model,
we have
and a lightweight audio model.
the same
audio language
quality
model, basically.
privatized
These are highly
AI that you can
optimized for
run yourself,
AMD Ryzen AI
it's not borrowing
CPUs,
all your
GPUs,
data,
and NPUs.
then I
And
make
today, they're
Just cloud
available
stuff?
for
No.
download on Hugging Face
You know, the
and
consumer
on our
stuff,
own
all the stuff
platform,
that we care about.
You
Like,
can enjoy them.
That's pretty
who's
cool.
all sitting in the audience here? Like, is it the big tech company or something, or is it just normal consumer people check this out? Because
So we
none
can
of us
stack
can
these
buy
LFM
or use
2.5
any of this
instances
stuff.
together to build agentic workflows.
Well, it's either AI generated
then
or it's all the
it would be
robots.
really
Oh, yeah, that's
amazing
right. Well,
if we
Max
can
is
bring
there.
in all these
Max,
modalities
are you
into
and
one place.
Crute and them? Are you guys the
So
only
that
ones
brings me
there,
to
and
my
then the
second
rest of the
announcement.
audience is AI generated?
LFM3. LFM3, it is
How many
designed
fake brains are in the
natively
audience,
multimodal
Max?
to process text,
Or
vision,
cardboard
and
cutout.
audio as input and deliver audio and text as an output in 10 different languages with sub-100 millisecond latency for audio-visual data. You will get LFM3
Speakers
later
for
in
the
the year.
applauses.
All right, that's
From the sound
fantastic.
of things,
So
there's like 4 people there because of the applause.
now,
I think it's just,
help our
just
audience
Max and Crute
understand, like,
and
why should they be
Crute
so
just
excited
there.
about LFM3? Like, what can we do with these models on an AI PC?
Absolutely. So most assistants, AI assistants, co-pilots today are reactive agents. You open an app, then you ask a question, it responds. But when the AI is running fast
That's
on the
usually how it
device and
works.
is always on, it can be working, on the tasks proactively for you.
The
The
AI is
task
so
can be
better
done
that
in
it
the
knows the
background.
task before you even ask
So let me
it.
show you a quick demo
Spying
that
on
is
you.
designed
It's
to
hacking
inspire
you.
what is possible to build
Yeah,
on
that's
PCs
exactly what
with
it is. The
LFM
nice way of
instances.
saying, oh, it's
Let's
ready
jump
for
in.
you. It's working on things in the
Imagine
background.
you're a sales
it's
leader
spying.
working
It's
on your
farming your
AMD
data.
Ryzen laptop
Spyware.
with LFM3 backbone proactive agents activated. You're in full focus mode, working on a spreadsheet. Notifications start piling up. You get a calendar notification for a sales meeting, but want to continue your work in deep focus. A liquid proactive agent notices the meeting and offers to join on your behalf.
Oh my
You allow
God.
the
Okay.
agent to join, and while you focus
Gross.
on your data
Can it
analysis
auto-reject
task,
for me?
in the background, the meeting is in progress with your agent representing you.
Are you sure we can trust this agent?
I think
I'm a little
That's
worried there, Ramin.
ridiculous.
At
Yeah,
least
you
it's
come
asking
back and
questions.
next thing
this
you
system
know,
can actually
Yeah.
transcribe
just ignore
more
it.
than
It's like,
transcribing your
so why don't you
systems,
just go to a
and
meeting?
really understanding
my
what is going
agent's
on.
going to work for me.
And the system
Yeah.
can also be
I'm
hooked
yeah,
up
sleeping
to
the
your
rest of the
email
day.
platform. It can
Like, oh, yeah,
analyze
sure,
your
we'll
emails, like as your
that
emails
extra
are
cash.
actually
We
coming
don't need
out.
to have
And
to
you
pick
wake
it
up
up.
the next morning, like, what if you're a
Deep
big
research
stock guy and you wake up
So
the
the
next
deep
day and
research
your company has
functionality,
went
you
bankrupt
can
because you
analyze
told them to
every
sell
email
everything
and
or
draft
something?
the
AI
response
sold it
for
all.
you.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah, the AI
everything
approves the
under your
sale
own
for you.
control. You know, you're not going to go,
Good AI.
this is not going to go rogue. Everything is offline
No.
locally on the device. So
The only thing that could possibly be
this
useful
system
about this
can
for me are the
deliver,
people
you
that
know, a
respond
summary. It can do the
organization-wide,
jobs
like
better than
reply
what you have
all the
expected,
emails.
what you have
If it
seen
can help me
from
fix that problem,
reactive
that'll be
agents. I
great.
think this year is going to be the year of, you know, proactive agents. And I'm very excited to announce that we are working, we're collaborating with Zoom to bring
you're
these
never going to
features
talk to
the
real
Zoom
person
platform, actually.
support anymore.
That's
this is
fantastic.
AI agents only.
I can't wait.
Ramin, we're really excited about what you're doing. I think
Well,
you've just
all
given
right. I'm gonna
people
sign
just
off,
a
guys.
glimpse
It's,
of what we can do
10:30
when
my
we
time.
bring,
I'm
you know, true
keep on
AI
here.
capability
Alrighty,
to our
alrighty.
PCs. So
All right.
thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We're excited,
Have a good one.
and we look forward to all we're going to do together.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, what do we got left?
Please, something not
So-
AI.
Now you've seen a little bit about what's possible with local AI, but the latest PCs aren't just running AI apps, they're actually building them. That's why we created Ryzen AI Max, the ultimate
AI
PC
Max.
processor for creators, gamers, and AI developers. It's the most powerful AI PC platform in the world.
Exactly.
With 16 high-performance Zen 5 CPU cores and 40
zoom in on
RDNA
your
3.5
nose.
GPU compute units, and an XDNA 2 NPU delivering up to 50 TOPS of AI performance. All
50
connected
TOPS.
by a unified memory architecture that supports up to 128 gigabytes of shared memory between the CPU and GPU. In premium laptops, Ryzen AI Max is significantly faster in both AI and content creation applications compared to the latest MacBook Pro. In small form factor workstations, Ryzen AI Max delivers comparable performance at much lower price than NVIDIA's DGX Spark, generating up to 1.7 times more tokens per second per dollar when running the latest GPT OSS models.
What's a
And because
token?
Ryzen AI Max supports both Windows
Oh,
and Linux
I should
natively,
know that, I feel like, with how
developers
much you've been messing
maintain
with
full
AI.
access to their preferred software environment,
just like a unit of
tools, and
work.
workflows. Now, there are more than 30 Ryzen AI Max systems in market today, with new laptops, all-in-ones, and compact workstations launching at CES and rolling out throughout the year. But our mission is to advance AI everywhere for everyone. The truth is, there are AI developers, many of you in this room, who want access to platforms that enable you to develop on the fly. So we took this one step further. Today, I'm excited to announce the AMD Ryzen AI Halo, a new reference platform for local AI deployment.
Halo, like Halio? Is that the thing they just showed? Now they have a mini version. Let's say
okay.
Dell on it. Oh, AMD.
Now, I would say this is pretty beautiful. Do you guys agree?
Till you touch it, then it's full of smears.
So let me tell you what it is. This is the smallest AI
Yeah, that does
development
look like it's
system
going to be
in the
one of those
world,
glossy ones, doesn't it?
capable of running
Yep.
models with up to 200 billion parameters locally, not
Doesn't look like
connected
it's
to
actually
anything.
ventilated.
It's powered
No.
by our highest-end Ryzen AI Max processor with 128 gigabytes of high-speed unified memory that is shared by
128
CPU,
gigabytes, that little
GPU,
thing.
and
That thing's
NPU.
expensive.
This architecture accelerates system performance and makes it possible to efficiently run large AI models on a compact desktop
Half of
PC
that thing's blowers.
that fits
Okay.
in your hand. Thank you.
Yeah.
128 gigabytes. That says it all.
Yeah, so this
Halo
is
supports
an
multiple
extension of
operating
those
systems natively.
AI
Ships with our
Max
latest
with
ROCm
the
software
links
stack,
and
comes
frameworks and all that.
preloaded with the leading open source developer tools, and runs
Oh,
hundreds
it's
of
just
Probably
a
run
builds
a
out of the
official
Bitcoin.
box.
first-party one.
And this really gives
Probably run a
developers
Bitcoin node
everything
pretty
you
good.
need to build,
Yeah.
test, and deploy local agents
You
and
can
AI
run 4 Chrome
applications
tabs with
directly
128
on the
gigs of RAM.
PC. Now, for all of you who are wondering, Halo is launching in the second quarter of this year, and we can't wait for folks to get their hands on them.
11K by 3. Yeah, no dope.
Did I miss the price? Is it
So now
11,000?
let's turn to the
No,
world
I
of
think
gaming
they're
and
just
content
guessing in the
creation.
chat.
Oh God, yeah.
A few
no.
gamers out there.
Hopefully not. Yeah,
I
the
think there are a lot
framework
of
is somewhere
gamers out
around
there.
there. It's like 2 to 3 grand,
Look,
somewhere
every
in that
day,
range.
gamers and creators
Wow.
rely on
Who knows
AMD
the current
across
price?
That's like
Ryzen
3
and Radeon
grand.
PCs,
Yeah.
Threadripper workstations, and
crazy.
consoles from Sony and Microsoft.
They're cool.
to deliver tens of billions of frames.
$3,000 cool.
And while the visual quality of those frames has advanced dramatically over the years, the way we build those worlds really hasn't.
Oh, workstation.
It still takes teams months or even years to bring a 3D experience to life. Now, AI is really starting to change that. To show what's next in 3D world creation, I'm honored to introduce one of the most influential figures in AI. Known as the godmother of AI, her work has transformed how machines see and understand the world. Please welcome the co-founder and CEO of World Labs, Dr. Fei-Fei Li.
Who's this?
Godmother of AI.
Yeah, Fei-Fei Li. No, I don't know who that is.
Fei-Fei, we are so excited to have you here. You know, you've been one of the leaders shaping AI for decades. Can you just give us a little bit of your perspective? Where are we today, and why did you start World Labs?
Is that her cousin?
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Lisa, for inviting me to be here. Congratulations to all the announcements. I can't wait to use some of them. So it's true that there has truly been great breakthroughs in AI progress in the past few years. And as you said, I've been around the block for a while, for more than
Lisa
2
got
decades.
out of all these ad spots for AI
be more excited than now by where things are going. So in the past few years, language-based intelligence in AI technology really has taken the world by storm. We're seeing the proliferation of all kinds of capabilities and applications. But the truth is, there's a lot more than just language intelligence. Even for us humans, there's more than passively looking at life in the world.
Us humans.
We are incredible spatial intelligent
like
animals.
a true AI.
And we have profound capabilities that use our own spatial intelligence that connects perception with action. Think about all of you being here, how you brave through airports this morning. I'm one of them. Or woke up in your hotel room and get to the nice coffee shop, or find your way in this maze in Vegas to be here. All this requires spatial intelligence. So what excites me is that there's now a new wave of Gen AI technology for both embodied AI and generative AI that we can finally give machines something closer to the human level spatial intelligence. It's the ability to not only perceive but create 3D or even 4D worlds,
and the gang
about objects
might be
and people, and
throwing back some at some point. They're going to be testing their spatial intelligence, trying to navigate
the laws
after that.
Of physics and dynamics in worlds, virtual or real. So that's why I started World Labs. I really want to bring spatial intelligence to life and deliver value to people.
I remember the first time I talked to you about your concept for World Labs and your passion about what this could bring. Tell us a little bit about what your models do so the audience gets a feel for what does this really mean?
Yeah, well,
Tell us how
there are gamers out there, so this is very exciting. So traditionally, building 3D scenes requires laser scanners or calibrated cameras or hand-built models using pretty sophisticated and complicated software. But at World Labs, we're creating a new generation of models that can use the recent Gen AI technology to learn the structure, not only just flat pixel structure, I'm talking about 3D, 4D structure of the world directly from data, a lot of data.
4D stuff now.
So give the model a few images and even one image. The model itself can fill in the missing details, predicts what's behind objects, and generate rich, consistent, permanent, navigable 3D worlds. So what you're seeing here on screen is it's a Hobbit world that's created by our Labs model called Marble. We just give it a handful of images, and it created these 3D scenes that are persistent, and you can navigate. You can even see a top view. And our system transformed a few visual inputs into a fully navigable, expansive 3D world. And it shows
A
how
quick
these
way to make a
models
video game.
not just
Now I gotta do is add a little
reconstruct
character in there,
environment,
pretending he's
they
running.
really imagine cohesive worlds, wondrous worlds. And once these worlds exist, they
this looks
flow
like something
together.
Unison would have, like a new
And
benchmark.
allowing effortless transition
New version of
from
Time
one
Spy or
environment to the next, and scaling into something much larger. And this is much closer
Only
to how
2010 level
humans
of
piece
graphics
together
as
a
it,
place
I
from
know
a
it's
few
not looking like
glances.
super
Well, it looks
4K or nothing.
pretty amazing that
No,
you
it
can
didn't.
do
Yeah,
that with such
it looks like
little
heaven,
input. Now, can you just
benchmark
show us a little
graphics.
bit about how the technology
Maybe some
works?
better lighting and some better detail on the bed
Definitely.
sheets.
Let's
I
just
think
ground
that
it
tree
in
behind them
real
looks
world
good,
a
but
bit
that
more from
video didn't.
the Hobbit world. Let's do something
Well, yeah,
that
the
you're very
camera
familiar
man
with.
was
So,
walking around like they
over
were
the
drunk.
break, our team went to AMD's Silicon Valley office. I hope they got your permission. And
they did not, but
Just
that's
took
okay.
random
okay,
pictures.
well, now here we are. We just use some regular phone cameras. There's no special equipment, just phones to capture a few images. And then we put them into World Labs' a 3D generative model called Marble. And then our model that can use AMD's MI325X chip and the ROCm software stack,
not telling them,
can create
and
a
then using that in
3D
their
version
keynote.
of that environment.
Hey, we just borrowed this. Hopefully my team got permission.
Windows,
No, they didn't.
furniture,
Oh,
size, and
look at her. Look at her now.
sense,
She's like, you
sense of depth and
backstabby.
scale. And keep in
All
mind,
right.
you're not looking
You're
at
whispering in the mic.
photos. You're not looking at
Deallocate.
videos. You're
Deallocate.
looking
Do not
at
give them any
truly
AMD
3D
epics.
consistent worlds.
Yeah, watch them go around the corner.
And then
be
our
like,
team
they'll be
started
like,
to have a little more fun and decided
Only getting
to
first gen.
What the heck?
You decided to remodel?
Exactly,
Yes,
for free for you. For different design styles, right? I don't know which one you guys like the most. I personally really like the Egyptian one, but maybe that's because I'm going there in a few months. And while this transformation is keeping the geometric consistency and the 3D inputs, so you can imagine this can be such powerful tools for many use cases, whether you're doing robotic simulation or game development or design. This can, what would traditionally take months to do in a typical workload, we really could do it in minutes now. And we can even navigate into an entirely different world, like actually the Venetian Hotel. We just did that
like
yesterday
a world
by
where RAM is
taking
readily
a picture
available.
and then putting in the model, and then had a little fun, and then it turned this whole place into a 3D imaginative space. And now I'm sure you guys can take pictures and send it to Marble and experience this yourself.
Lawsuit, buddy.
But what you don't see here behind the scenes is how much computation is happening and why inference speed really matters.
Yeah, no doubt.
They should have done NVIDIA's
the faster we can run
headquarters.
these models, the more responsive the world becomes. Instant camera moves, instant edits, and a scene that stays coherent as you actually navigate and explore. And that's what's really important.
You know, Feifei, I think you're going to have a few people going out to your website to try Marble this
we'll
evening.
Keep the server up.
But look,
that looks
really amazing. Can you just share a little bit about your experience working with AMD and our work on Instinct and ROCm?
Because that sounds like the Disney lawyers are probably
Disney lawyers are all over this.
Partnership is relatively new, and I got to be honest,
I think it's Marble.
Very impressed
not
by
Marble.
how quickly this came together. Part of our model is a real-time generative frame model. It was running on MI325X in under just a week. And then with AMD Instinct and ROCm, our teams were able to iterate really rapidly over a course of a few weeks to improve performance by more than 4-fold. And that was really impressive. That matters because spatial intelligence is fundamentally different from what came before. Teaching AI to understand and navigate 3D structure, have motion, understand physics requires enormous memory.
Think about all of the
massive parallelism,
robot videos
and
where
very
they're
fast
falling over,
inference.
trying to go upstairs and
And
everything.
I was seeing your announcement. I can't wait to see platforms like MI450 continue to scale, and they will give us the ability to train larger world models, and just as importantly, to run them fast enough that these environments can feel alive, react instantly as the user or agents move, explore, interact, and create.
No, that's wonderful. Thank you for those comments. Your team has been fantastic working together.
Breach.
So, Fei-Fei, with all the compute performance that we're going to give you and all of the innovation in your models, give the audience a view of what to expect over the next few years.
Yeah, I know, and as you know me, I don't like to hype. I think the world.
This is like called underhype, Fei-Fei. So,
no, I think we should just share what it is. It is gonna be a changing world. A lot of workflows, a lot of things that were difficult to do will actually go through a revolution because of the incredible technology. So, for example, creators can now experience and create real-world scenes, scenes in real time, shaping what's in their mind's eye, experimenting with the space, the light, the movement, as if they are sketching inside a living world. And then intelligent agents, whether it's robots or vehicles or even tools, can learn inside very rich, physics-aware digital worlds before they even need to be deployed into the real one, making them much safer, make the development much faster, more capable, and more helpful to people.
Waymo could have used that.
And designers, for example, or architects, can walk through ideas before anything is built, exploring form, flow, materials, and navigate spaces rather than just staring at static plans. So what excites me most is that this represents a shift in how AI shows up in our lives. We're moving from systems that understand words and images passively to systems that not only understand, but can help us to interact with the world. So Lisa, what we are sharing today, which is turning a handful of images or photos into coherent, explorable world in real time, is not a glimpse of the distant future anymore. It is really the beginning of the next chapter. So you and I talk about this even offline. We know as powerful as AI technology is, it's also our responsibility to deploy and develop it in ways that reflect true human values, that augment human creativity, productivity, and our care for each other, while keeping people firmly at the center of this story, however powerful technologies are. And I'm very excited to partner with AMD and with you on this journey.
Fei-Fei, I think I speak for everyone. You are really an inspiration to the AI world. Congratulations on all the great progress, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you very much. Yeah. We're going to see something decent now?
Okay, next shift. Now let's turn to the world of healthcare.
Nope.
Healthcare. Now what?
Of all the ways AI is advancing the world, healthcare impacts us all. And AMD technology is enabling the incredible to become possible. Cancer detection is happening earlier, with supercomputers analyzing data at massive scale. Patients are receiving therapies sooner with compute modeling complex biological systems. Promising treatments are moving forward faster through molecular simulation. Medicine is becoming more personalized through genome research. And patient outcomes are improving through robot-assisted surgeries.
Okay.
Our partners are using AI to accelerate science and better human health. Advanced by AMD,
The flesh
I
is
don't know if
weak.
they used any of those people that were just talking to make those videos or not.
It's probably all AI generated.
Probably all open AI. Go ChatGPT.
So look, as you saw in that video, AMD technology is already at work across healthcare. This is one of the most meaningful applications. You've already heard about some of the stories tonight of how high-performance computing and AI
walk in front of everyone?
is one of the areas that I am most personally passionate about, is how you can bring healthcare there. There's nothing more important in our lives than our health and the health of our loved ones. And using technology to improve healthcare outcomes means we measure progress
just somebody
in terms
moving the
of
robotic
lives
arms.
saved. I'm very happy to be joined tonight by 3 experts who are leading the way in applying AI to real-world healthcare challenges. Please join me in welcoming Sean McLean, CEO of AppSci, Jacob Thayson, CEO of Illumina, and Ulla Engquist, Head of Molecular AI at AstraZeneca.
Is this Bruce
Illumina,
Willis
is that like start for Illuminati? Yeah, it looks like it's that middle guy. You would think he'd be from them.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. You can see there's a lot of excitement about healthcare. Thank you for the tremendous partnership. You know, Sean, at AppSci, you're using generative models and synthetic biology to design new drugs from scratch.
Oh, new drugs. These are the drug people.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us here today.
These are the people that try to
Biology
make you sick.
is
Look how he looks at everybody.
It's complex. It's messy.
You're going to pay
Drug
me. You're going to pay me. You're going to pay me.
Archaic way of going about discovering drugs. Ultimately, it's this trial and error process.
Kind of looks like Ryan Reynolds.
You ultimately are searching for a needle in the haystack. But with generative AI and what we're doing at AppSci, you're actually able to start creating that needle.
Stay away
and being
from
able
drugs.
to actually engineer in the biology that you want. Being able to go after the diseases that have large unmet medical need. And being able to have the manufacturability, the developability
that is pretty cool,
you
those
want
pirates.
in the drug.
And that part
We're
legitimately
able
does
to start having precision engineering now because of AI with biology.
Just the fact
like
that those
Apple
machines are able to get into places with very minimal
you all are engineering the
decisions is pretty cool.
I was in a big car wreck and I had my shoulder ripped off, literally.
And what
my
is
shoulder
that actually doing?
got
It's allowing
all the
us
muscles
to start
ripped off because like how it works.
Some of the hardest,
the shoulder isn't
most
in a
challenging
socket.
diseases
It's
that
kind of
still
like this, and it's all
exist that have
attached to
high
muscles
unmet
all
medical
around
need,
it, right?
where standard of care is poor.
All the muscles got ripped off, and my shoulder fell to my hip.
We
And
want to tackle these hard, challenging diseases.
Put it back into place.
Two of them that we're focused on at AppSci.
I had to get surgery to get all the ligaments and everything
so
attached again, and they used a little mini robot.
We actually have the opportunity in the not too distant future to have
cut my whole arm open to get it everything. So they could do a couple small incisions, and the little arm could do it all inside. So that's kind of neat.
That is pretty cool.
And not only that, be able to focus in areas that have been neglected. Women's health. For far too long, women's health has been pushed aside. And we have a drug that we are developing for endometriosis that affects 1 in 10 women with the opportunity to potentially deliver a disease-modifying therapy for these women.
AK round to the shoulder.
AI and drug discovery is all about.
Ouch. That would suck. You probably had worse than me. You probably had like bone.
And this wouldn't be possible without the compute partnership that we've had with AMD. Lisa, you and Mark Papermaster
probably about the same amount of energy transferred
a year ago. And within that year, we've been able to
still stiff. Like,
scale the inference
all the way back
and be able to, in a single day, screen over 1 million drugs in one single day. That's incredible.
Like, my shoulder blade compensates for it, so when I move certain ways, it's my shoulder blade.
And the memory there is going to allow us to contextualize the biology in a way that we haven't been able to before, and ultimately create better models for drug discovery. The future is really bright in AI and drug discovery.
That's fantastic, Sean. Well, look,
your
thank
arm
you for the
went
partnership.
like a
We're
wet
really
noodle.
excited about
Oh,
all
that's
the
that reminds me when that happened.
Jacob, Illumina is really a leader in reading
my
and
arm ended up
understanding
going
the human
numb
genome to improve
for like
health.
a month. I
How
couldn't
is
feel
AI
anything
helping
in my
your work?
fingertips
And,
to my
talk
shoulder.
a little bit about,
Nothing at all.
what
It was
the
just like
impact
it was
is for the
sleeping. It
future
was
of
so
precision
weird.
medicine.
Absolutely.
But I could
I'm
move
super
and
excited
stuff
to be
still.
here, and we
And
definitely
then
share
when
a
it
deep
finally
passion
started to
for
wake up,
impacting health.
it hurt
So looking forward
so
to everything
bad.
we can do, the two companies
Like
together.
I'd blow
both what
on
we've
it,
done
and
what
it
we're
felt
gonna do.
like I was in a tornado. Like the slightest breeze felt super windy. I could feel it got like super sensitivities, like superpowers, where I could touch sand and I could feel like it. I could feel each grain on the sand in between my fingers, and it was like it was stabbing me like a needle. It was so sharp.
And therefore, it's essential to be able to measure that.
Crazy feeling. That lasted for a couple of weeks where I couldn't move or do anything, or it just hurt so bad because I could feel absolutely everything. It was crazy.
3 billion letters.
That's when if your feeling
like
first started coming back.
Yeah,
pages
after it was numb for a month.
Our cells. Now, if there's just one mistake, spelling mistake in that book, that can actually mean the difference between a long and healthy life and a short and terrible life. So accurate DNA sequencing is extremely important, but it's super data and compute intensive. In fact, we are generating in our sequences more data than is generated on YouTube every day. And therefore, the relationship with AMD is super important.
Energy.
We are using your FPGA and
I bet, yeah, definitely lucky to be alive. So am I for my accident as well. Like
all that
that's
and
some crazy
translate
stuff.
that into insights.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Over the past decade, our technology has already now been used, as we talked about, in drug discovery, but also impacting healthcare. Today, it's
there's no plate coverage on your shoulders, unfortunately.
And it's really very important to make sure, and we are impacting a lot of people's health out there and have saved a lot of millions of people's lives. But we're just getting started. But biology is super complex. So now, and our brain can't really comprehend all that. But the combination of using generative AI, genome, proteomics together is poised to completely change our understanding of biology over the next period of time.
Wow,
it will impact drug discovery, but it will also impact on how we prevent
blast from an
and treat
RPG knocked him out of the way, or he would have got nailed in the throat with that.
It will change
our
way we think about longevity and healthier life. And we can only do that with the collaboration between us and all of us on the States and the whole ecosystem. So I'm really excited about that.
That's fantastic, Jacob. And Ola, at AstraZeneca, you're scaling AI across one of the largest drug discovery pipelines there is.
AstraZeneca, why does that sound
Talk about how AI is changing the way you develop new medicines.
Okay, thanks, Lisa, and also thanks for the invitation. And so say to at AstraZeneca, we really apply AI end-to-end from early drug discovery to manufacturing to healthcare delivery. And for us, AI is not only about productivity, it's a lot about innovation. How can we work in a different way? How can we do new things with AI? And one area that I'm personally very passionate about is how can we deliver candidate drugs quicker with the help of generative AI.
And over in
so how
Sandbox.
we're working there is that we train our generative AI model on all our experimental data that we have generated over several decades. And then we use those models to virtually assess in the computer which hypotheses, which ideas of candidate drugs might work or not. And then we can assess millions of different potential candidate drugs. And then we take the best, only the one that we think is really good, into the experimental lab and really validate the hypothesis there. So we use our generative AI model to generate candidate drugs, to modify them, to optimize, to really reduce the
in a
number of
nutshell,
experiments we need to
they're
do in
dumb.
the
They don't know what they're
laboratory.
doing. They're using
And
AI
we
to find them
applying
drugs.
a new way of working to the whole
Anyone could be a
AstraZeneca small
big
molecule
pharmaceutical tech
pipeline.
guy to
And we
these
see
days.
that we can deliver candidate
generate
drugs
new projects.
50% faster
about
with
it.
a new way of working, and also improve clinical success later. And we can't do that alone. We need to do that
Now,
in
what I want to know is
collaboration.
if
So we collaborate
any of these
with
drugs that we can
academia,
generate with AI,
with
aren't going to have a
and with companies like
10-second
AMD.
spot where they're
And
listing
one
off all of the
very
negative side effects
important
that
area
the
for
one
us
thing
is
it fixes
hyperscaling,
causes.
because we have a lot of
Yeah, I
great
know,
data, and we
right?
really want
That's the
to
crazy stuff
create
here.
the
It's so
most
funny.
optimal,
Oh,
best
just get this if
models
it's
we
right for
can.
you.
And
Side
there we
effects
work in a
included. There's
collaboration with
read them off for
AMD
10 minutes.
to basically
Like,
scale
wow.
up drug discovery and
Why
use
would you take
similar
these
flow
things?
so it can handle this
Yeah, it's
large
like
new data set.
it cures
really
your,
optimize
I don't know, your
the whole
itchy
workload
skin,
with the
but
help
it
of AMD.
manifests
That's
hell
fantastic, Ola.
and,
all of your
may
stories are
result
really
in leprosy
amazing,
and
we're thrilled
blindness
to be
and
working with you to
loss
bring
of
these things to life.
failures and-
Yep.
Now, let's wrap up and think about, what's the one thing each of you are most excited about when it comes to how AI will improve healthcare? And maybe Jacob, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I'm just excited about the time we are in. This is the first time
the CRISPR thing is interesting. If we're ever going to see that actually get adopted, I'm sure it's going to happen.
Compute power and
what was the CRISPR thing?
AI models.
That's
that will
gene editing.
Change our
Like,
understanding on, as I mentioned,
remember right,
quality that will be translated
there was some folks over
huge
in China that got in trouble for it, like some doctors that were making
with AI, we can really
basically designer babies, like they could edit whatever they wanted for
we can go to not
parents.
only to
And
diseases,
they
but we should
didn't
have
like that.
the
Well, I
ambition
guess the government
as
didn't
a
like that very much.
community
And they got in
that in
trouble for it.
future they can
That's
prevent
like Universal
chronic
Soldier
diseases.
and stuff like that.
That's fantastic. Sean, bring us home.
You know what all that stuff is
So
for?
to
That's
riff a
just
little
to
bit on
develop
what Will said,
soldiers.
I want to live in a world where we can interact with people
the rich
before they get sick, where
full immunity
we
to
can
everything,
provide
and then
drugs and
like the island
to allow them to
the
continue to live their healthy life, where they're metabolically healthy, they have a full head of hair, and they have
super soldier,
that vitality that we all look for. Being able to go from sick care to preventative care to ultimately regenerative biology and medicine,
care,
where aging no longer is linear. That's the world that I want to live in, that AI is going to help us.
AI is not going to do that.
It's an exciting time.
It says in the Bible what happens there. We'll have eternal life after Jesus' second coming.
I think we can all say, Sean, we are super inspired. I mean, look, this is what I heard. We should expect AI should help us predict sickness, prevent sickness, and personalize treatments such that we can get really extend lives. And you guys are really at the forefront of it. So it is our honor to be your partner. Thank you each for joining us today. And we look forward to really, moving this frontier forward over the next few years together.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, you scammers. Those are three of the world's top scammers right there.
All right. Now we're entering the world of physical AI.
Whatever
this is
they
where
said,
AI enters the
erase
real
it
world,
from the record.
powered by high-performance CPUs and leadership adaptive computing that enables machines to understand their surroundings and take action to achieve complex goals.
Physical AI.
At AMD, we've spent more than 2 decades building the foundation of physical AI. Today, AMD processors power factory robots with micron-level precision, guide systems that inspect infrastructure as it's being built, and enables less invasive surgical procedures that speed recovery times. And we're doing it together with a broad ecosystem of partners. Physical AI is one of the toughest challenges in technology. It requires building machines that seamlessly integrate multiple types of processing to understand their environment, make real-time decisions, and take precise action without any human input.
Scary.
And all of this is happening with no margin
thing in your
for
house
error.
coming at you.
Delivering that kind of intelligence takes a full stack approach. High-performance CPUs for motion control and coordination.
The nightmares
dedicated accelerators to process real-time vision and environmental data. And with an open software ecosystem, developers can move fast and seamlessly across platforms and applications. Now,
Repo Man.
Seeing is believing. So to show how some of this work is unlocking the next generation of robotics,
defaulted
please
on your
welcome
credit.
CEO and co-founder of Generative Bionics, Daniela Pucci, to the stage.
Call somebody Pucci.
Here to hear first.
Brother Benzos.
Hello, Danny. It's great to have you. Your team is doing some amazing work. Can you just give us some background about what you're doing?
Lisa, Generative Bionics is the industrial spin-out of more than 20 years of research in physical AI and biomechanics at the Italian East of Technology.
Is there anybody
when we look back,
English
actually,
that are
everything started from a simple but profound question. If an artificial agent needs to understand the human world, doesn't it need a human-like body to experience it? To answer this, we built some of the most advanced humanoid platforms in the world.
What the heck is that?
ICAP
Why is it
for
full of
cognitive
pads?
research.
Like he's
Then
scared he's going to hurt himself?
For safe industrial collaboration.
Pull up the baby gates. We got a robot.
He's got a gun.
The only jet-powered flying humanoid robot in the world. Throughout the process,
I don't like the baby head on that thing. That's kind of
one
creepy.
belief that has never changed.
That'll give you nightmares.
The real working technology is that one that amplifies human potential and that is built around people, not the other way around. Now, this belief has become the mission of generative bionics, but to make it real, we need compute that is fast, deterministic, and local. In humanoids, for instance, touch, balance, and safety loops cannot wait for the cloud. That's why our collaboration with AMD is so fundamental.
Ways to shoot their own
AMD,
drones,
in fact, gives us a unified continuum from embedded and edge platforms such as Reason AI Embedded and Versal AI Edge, running physical AI on the robot, to AMD CPUs and GPUs, powering simulation, training, and large-scale development. So, Lisa, one compute architecture from one partner end to end.
I like that. I like that a lot. Now, look, let's talk a little bit about your philosophy and approach to how are you building these things and what are your use cases?
We think, Lisa, that now humanoid robots have to be elevated to another level.
It was like 3-4 years ago. Remember Elon Musk said something about, don't worry, no one has to worry about their jobs from AI for robots. We're too far away from that.
Is designed to achieve human-level intelligence,
obviously we're seeing people's jobs get taken away. And it's only been a couple of years. And then now he's like saying, oh, well, pretty soon people won't even have to work. How are they going to get money and stuff? That makes zero sense.
If you look at human movements, they rely on fast reflexes.
It moves all into the whole market.
By falling forward, and our nervous system basically exploits our biomechanics. So we are exploiting the same principles into our humanoid robots. Then humans basically learn also through touch, which is a primary source of intelligence. So we believe that humanoid robots really need the sense of touch. And finally, let's talk about the platform. So we are developing an open platform around the humanoid robot to enable the next generation of humanoid robots.
They need the sense of touch.
Just to give an example, the same tactile sensors that we used for the humanoid robot, we are basically used also into a sensorized shoe that is being used in healthcare to help patients recover better and faster.
They're all going to be on bicycles in the pod, generating electricity
for
AI.
Sensor, so that the robot has the feeling of whether or not and how to help the patient. So, Lisa, we are not building a robot. We are not only building a robot. We are not only building a product. We are building basically a platform to close the loop between humans and humanoid robots and enabling what we call human-centric physical AI.
That's super cool, Denny. Now, we are at CES, and people like to see things.
This is the guy that's building us in the Skynet.
What exciting news do you have for us?
So, Lisa, we focused on a new product identity. And our first human robot design, basically that defines our DNA in terms of products, Gene 1. And I'm really happy to say that Gene 1 today has been ready to be released right now.
Right now? Oh, the robot's going to walk out or what?
Yeah. March in there and arrest everyone. Yeah, we'll see how far it gets out without falling.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Have you seen that movie Next Gen, where it almost looks exactly like, the Apple guy and stuff all the time with his little robots and clothes and stuff? There's a Netflix show, Next Gen, I think it was called. There's a cartoon. They're animated. It's hilarious. And then it reminds me of that guy coming out here. That's who this guy is. And all those little mini robots that he designed were to go into all the houses, and then eventually they're all self-destruct and blow up everybody. And then a robot tries to take over, and that was his plan. It's a pretty funny show.
Nice.
Just check it out. It's called Next Gen.
Is this gorgeous or what?
It looks like a Power Ranger.
Tell us about Gene 1.
Yeah,
so
real-life Power Ranger
is a future where humans remain the center, supported by technology. That's why we focus on building humanoid robots that people can trust and accept. For us, acceptability means beauty, grace, and safety.
Destiny.
Gene 1 is Italian by design.
Is it really Italian?
Yeah.
The Ferrari.
And basically what really sets Gene 1 apart is touch. A distributed tactile skin across the robot body allows Gene 1 to feel pressure, contact, and intention-making touch a primary source of intelligence. Just to give you examples why this is so important, in factories, touch makes possible basically to allow human-robot collaboration.
Well, let's see it work.
In healthcare, there is going to be
those
people.
calves on that thing.
Basically, a patient can hold the robot and he can feel how to help the patient in the best way. So this enables safer decisions and more natural interaction in the real world, powered by AMD compute platforms.
Oh boy.
Our first commercial humanoid will be manufactured
What if they
in the
try to do
second
like
half of
CPR and then they
2026,
crush your chest?
and we're already working with industrial partners, including a leading steel manufacturer, to deploy these robots in safety critical environments.
Can I not get my physical from the robot,
this
please?
is not science fiction.
Yeah, there we go. You see Black
Thank you so much, Danny.
What's fascinating, we always see these
truly
robots.
exciting. We are super
see
excited
that these
about what
robots
Gene
truly
1 can
operate,
do.
they
Thank you
just
for being
scan
here.
their like fake ones, probably because they are. Yeah, like we don't even get to see it do it, move or something. It's just wow.
Okay, now
made a
let's
frame
turn to
and put
one
some
more
LED
demanding
lights in it.
environment for robotics and automation, and that is space.
Combat mode.
Space, the final frontier.
Last place where there's no AI until now.
Yeah. Our AI robots will be taking over space.
Oh, I see a cube. There's the Borg.
Uh-oh. Resistance is futile.
This is giving off some Mass Effect vibes. These dudes looking like
AMD
the elusive man.
technology is powering critical space missions today, from delivering
the
satellite
bridge of
internet
the Enterprise.
connectivity to remote communities, to enabling autonomous exploration of Mars, the moons of Jupiter, and beyond. On Mars, AMD adaptive computing enables the Perseverance rover to operate autonomously. That same technology is also powering robotic systems at NASA, JPL, and both the European and Indian space agencies, delivering reliable compute in some of the harshest and most unforgiving environments. One of the leaders in space exploration and a company using AMD technology to help build the next generation of spacecraft and lunar infrastructure is Blue Origin. Please welcome John Koulouris, Senior Vice President of Lunar Permanence at Blue Origin, to the stage.
Amazon's company? Bezos just...
Well, that'd be, they would have called Bezos. And is this that other guy that tried doing spaceships and then he quit or something?
John, thank you so much for being here. You know, Blue Origin is doing just some amazing things.
No, I was thinking of the guy with the big...
about your mission and what you're working on.
Yes, thank you everyone for having me here. I'm very excited to tell you about what we're doing. Jeff Bezos, our founder, likes to say Earth is the best planet in the solar system. It sustained life for millions of years. And as we explore the solar system, Earth will be the origin of that life.
Yeah, with
that
their
pale blue
Dr.
dot
Evil
that is
looking
Earth.
rockets.
And that's why our company is named Blue Origin. To protect that planet, we want to move heavy industry eventually off the Earth.
Here we go.
As we look to build things such as solar power satellites in low Earth orbit, settle the moon, settle Mars, explore the asteroid belt.
Yep. Set up Amazon distribution centers in
space. We'll build that infrastructure
to
so that eventually millions of people will be living and working in space for the benefit of Earth. And that starts with one person. Originally, we had Yuri Gagarin.
All Amazon employees have been trained to hold their pee and been secretly training for.
Then just recently, the International Space Station celebrated 25 years of continuous human presence in space.
I know it's just me, but the Bible kind of says that the Earth is only 7,000 years old.
And our business unit that I'm lucky enough to be a part of is named Lunar Permanence specifically so that everyone knows immediately what we're trying to do, is establish a permanent presence of humanity on the moon. And that requires reliable, repeatable, low-cost operations and reliable and repeatable, low-cost equipment and vehicles. And AMD is a critical partner of ours to make that happen.
Well, thank you so much for that, John. And look, talk a little bit about why high-performance computing is so important in
Blue Origin
work,
make it
and
to
especially
stable
as your
orbit.
missions are getting
I don't know,
more
actually. Did they actually go to orbit and rotate and orbit around, or did they just go up and come down? I don't remember.
Computers that we build are the heart and soul
their
of our
biggest
vehicles.
PR thing that I remember.
That compute stack needs to be
sending
reliable,
Katy Perry and everybody else
and resilient.
Into low Earth
it needs
orbit,
to survive the environment of space. And what that means is we have mass constraints.
And who's the other? Oh yeah, Boeing. Boeing tried to go to space,
and
but they always
AMD
failed.
embedded architecture
And they got those people
allows
stranded up
us
there
to reduce mass,
I
save
think
power
Virgin
on these
Atlantic
vehicles,
was the other company
and
that was
tolerate
making
the demanding
space type
radiation
things.
environment
Yeah, they were doing
of deep space.
quote unquote space tourism.
And I think when we, think
Selling
about all of
seats to
this,
people.
looking ahead, talk a little bit about how AI is playing a bigger role in your future missions.
Certainly.
Yeah.
So
or
AI's
tourism
impact
for
on
rich
Earth-based
people.
systems
Basically,
is
yeah.
well known. In fact, I've got to say, Lisa, and I kind of
Funny
surprised
part
you
is,
earlier
it's
today, AMD
They're
has been
doing
a
that so
phenomenal
people can
partner
claim
of
they're
Blue Origin.
astronauts, but if they're not
We
actually
only a
going
few
into
months
actual
ago
proper
started to
space,
talk to
then
AMD
it's
about
just a
using
lie.
the Versal 2 in our flight computer
Mhm.
stack. And within a few months,
Go
the
see the
AMD
blackness and
team
call
and
it
the
good.
Blue Origin team worked tirelessly and were able to ship us units that we were then able to incorporate into development flight computers. We've now, in a couple of months, built the development flight computers that are flying in our vehicle testbed, and those will eventually power our Mark II lander. That Mark II lander will land astronauts on the moon as early as 2028. In fact, it was so impressive. We had a team of Blue Origin engineers working over the
I
holidays.
find it
and we
hilarious
took the
that they're
entire flight
going
computer
through all this
stack
again. Oh,
and
we're
were
going to be able to land
successfully
people on the moon
simulate
and
a
do this
landing
and
on
do
the
that.
moon.
Like,
This has saved months
didn't you
and
do
months
this in the
of
60s
schedule.
with the
Now you take
less
that to
technology
the
than a
AI
cell phone?
use
Like, what's going on
and
here?
how important it is.
Why is it so
Single-
hard all
Right
of a
now,
sudden
Blue
again?
Origin,
Single risk ship.
AI use on Earth
Like a lot
is
of stuff
critical.
aren't quite
Every
adding
employee
up.
at Blue Origin has access to AI tools, whether it be for design, for analysis, for just basic pinging back and forth. AI has sped our development process so quickly that
What I want to know is how
we're
is this
now
going to
looking,
keep
how do
my
we bring
2-day
this to
deliveries on
spaceflight?
track?
And so what that means for spaceflight for us, that's the next great step, where AI becomes a complement to the astronaut, a co-pilot, if we will, identifying landing
I've seen this
sites,
movie. It
looking
doesn't
out
end
for
well.
hazards, being able to do that level
Especially
of
when AI
compute
wants to go
in a
straight
real-time
toward the sun.
environment is critically important to us.
I'm sorry,
Let's see how
Bezos.
warm
I
you
can't
can
let
stay,
you do
though.
that.
You think of edge AI. What is really interesting is as we go to explore the solar system, radio astronomy has been a passion of mine. And what radio astronomy is you're looking for weak signal radio frequencies that are being emitted throughout the universe.
I don't know.
The problem we have is that Earth is a great emitter of radio frequency
just wasting
noise
time.
and interference. So it's hard to identify that.
Mm-hmm.
The far side of the moon provides a natural shelter, a barrier to that noise. So if we could land a Mark I vehicle on the far side of the moon, we could start to explore this untapped radio frequency environment. If we have edge AI,
Consumer
we can now
electronics
utilize
show.
that to do the deep exploration to actually identify where we should be looking next. Because relay back to comms, doing this latency, really hurts our ability to explore. So by having it on the far side of the moon, the Mark I vehicle with Edge AI will tell us, land the next vehicle here to optimize your exploration. That's really what excites me.
I mean, that's super, super cool. Look, John,
I mean,
we're
it's
honored
cool,
to work
but
with
I'm
you. I
sitting
think
here
it is an incredible
muting myself
mission that you
constantly,
have.
yawning.
Thank you so much
Yeah, I
for
know.
the partnership. and we look
Lisa's
forward to
like,
what you
really?
do
I
next.
shouldn't have invited
Absolutely.
you here.
Thank you
Why are
very
you
much.
even here?
Thank
Just
you.
get off the stage.
All this could just been phoned in as like Forbes articles.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, now let's turn to our last chapter of the night, science, and the supercomputers used for the most advanced scientific research.
Yeah, see more people leaving.
We're incredibly...
Yeah. Everyone's done with this, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
See, supercomputers. Still no quantum computing going on.
We
anymore.
are incredibly proud of our leadership in high-performance computing, and we have continued to push the bleeding edge of performance here. We're actually seeing a convergence between traditional high-performance computing systems and AI.
Yeah, I don't
as
think
we
we're going
bring
to see any
together
consumer
the best
stuff
of
here.
both of these worlds.
Yeah,
Probably have to wait for a different
Today,
keynote.
AMD powers
No
the two
3060
fastest
competitor.
supercomputers in the world,
Maybe
and
next
more than
CES.
half of the 50 most energy-efficient systems.
No upgrade
These
to the
systems are
580.
using massive amounts of compute to solve previously impossible problems. In Finland, the Lumi supercomputer has cut climate model update times by more than 85%, enabling earlier warnings
More
and better
people leaving.
preparation for extreme weather events.
Bye.
Energy giant ENI is using an AMD-powered supercomputer to develop longer-lasting batteries and cleaner fuels. At Oak Ridge National Labs, the world's first exascale supercomputer is running Orbit 2, a hyper-resolution global model that allows us to predict unprecedented forecasting detail with nearly 99% accuracy. And at Lawrence Livermore National Labs, the world's fastest supercomputer, El Capitan, is modeling how viruses might mutate and evolve, enabling scientists to design more resilient antibody
being able to be wrong all the time and keep this job has got to be pissed.
Going forward, there's a lot more that we can do to power the future of scientific discovery. We are actually working very closely with the U.S. Department of Energy and America's national labs as part of the Genesis mission. Genesis is a national program launched late last year to accelerate the convergence of AI, supercomputing, and quantum computing. Together with Oak Ridge National Labs, we recently announced 2 new supercomputers that are part of the Genesis mission. The Lux computer, that is the first dedicated U.S. AI factory for science that will come online early this year.
Factory.
And Discovery, the next flagship supercomputer planned in 2028. Genesis is the most ambitious public-private technology initiative in decades. Leading this historic effort is Michael Kratsios, who has shaped national policy at the highest levels as a former U.S. CTO and Undersecretary of Defense for Research and Engineering.
When the world was
Please
created.
Join me in welcoming the President's Chief Science and Technology Policy Advisor, Michael Kratsios, to the stage.
Michael who? Krotz? Oh, Kratsios.
Michael, thank you so much for being here. I know just how busy you are. You've described this Genesis mission as a real moonshot with the largest mobilization of federal scientific resources in decades. Can you talk a bit about why Genesis is so important?
The Genesis mission is a great example of how President Trump has moved fast in less than a year in order for the U.S. to lean in and win the AI race. Genesis is the largest marshaling of federal scientific resources in recent history.
How much power is this
scale
going to
and
use?
an urgency at the Apollo mission or even the Manhattan Project. We are bringing together
the answer is yes.
Unmatched power of our national laboratories,
How much power is this going to use?
and the nation's top scientific and innovative minds with the goal of doubling the productivity and impact of American science within a decade. This whole of government approach represents a historic mobilization of resources, tasking the Department of Energy
to integrate its world-class supercomputers that's something with Einstein involved where they made that
closed-loop
thing, and the power grid shut down the whole city, didn't it? And then it like melted the people to the
automate
boat or
experiment
something.
Design, to accelerate simulations
and
generate predictive models that accelerate federal R&D
I'm getting some details confused with
priority areas of focus include the greatest scientific challenges of our time.
God, what is
that
that
can
place
dramatically
called?
improve our nation's economic and national security.
Where they were
These
developing
span
the atomic
biotechnology,
bombs,
critical minerals, nuclear energy, space exploration, quantum, semiconductors,
Oh, the Oppenheimer
was,
and a few weeks from now,
with a P.
a few weeks ago, we announced the first wave of industry partnerships for the Genesis mission, and that included AMD.
No, Manhattan
so
Project
thank you for
was
that.
was the
As a next step, we're working towards bringing even more
I'm thinking of Philadelphia
Genesis
experiment.
mission.
That's what it
And this
is.
is going to include a variety of agencies, including the
never
National
mind.
Science
Wrong one.
Foundation, National Institutes for Health, and the National Institute for Standards and Technology.
Manhattan is
Well, look,
nukes.
thank you,
that's how
Michael.
much power this is going to
very
use,
proud
equivalent
to be part
to a
of
nuke.
Genesis. Super excited.
Well, I think
If
the
you look
second part of
back,
that was in the
so
desert.
many
The
of the
first part
technologies
was
that we have today really
somewhere on
started
the East
with
Coast.
long-term public and private
Yeah.
partnerships.
Well, I'm just
So
wondering because he said
where do
it'll
you
use
see
about the
Genesis
same amount of
actually
power.
making the
More,
biggest
it'll need more
impact
power than
beyond
that type
science?
of stuff, right? So,
Well, through Genesis, we will
Bitcoin
create
mining's
the
like
world's
nothing compared to the
largest
power
and
these
highest
guys are gonna be
quality
pulling.
scientific
Yep,
data sets to
tracks.
train the next
You gotta need those
generation
nukes.
of AI systems, pushing them beyond their
it's
current
like-
mastery of language and
funny that
code
nobody
into the realm of
complains.
science.
Isn't this going to use so
Now,
much
as you can
power? You're
imagine,
destroying
this
the
will
world.
lead to tremendous spillover
No,
effects
no one said
across
the word.
healthcare, drug
Crypto's
discovery, energy,
taking
and
all the power.
manufacturing. Fundamentally, we are seeing a massive shift in America's science and technology enterprise. We are now at a place where the U.S. government, private sector, and universities together are investing over $1 trillion in R&D every year, with the private sector leading the way by carrying out 2/3 of that R&D alone. Now, the Genesis mission understands this and leverages the full strength of that entire ecosystem.
That's wonderful, Michael. Now, we have talked a lot about how important it is for the U.S. to lead in AI. Can you talk about what are the biggest things that we must do to get right such that we lead in AI?
Absolutely. There are three strategic priorities the U.S. needs to get right, as laid out in President Trump's AI action plan. The first is we need to remove barriers to innovation and accelerate research and development.
I think
we are
the more
already
that they
at work
say how
looking
far
for
ahead they are and how great they're
roadblocks
doing,
innovation and seeing where we can update
in reality, in the
them
background, it's probably like how we're losing.
This effort will ensure the U.S. is a home
like,
for the next great technologies to be created and to be commercialized. Next, we need to get AI infrastructure and energy production right. We've taken significant actions to streamline permitting to data center construction and support all forms of energy,
people are actually
including
using
advanced
for
nuclear reactors.
Asking Grok to
here we go. Now they're
Beyond
talking power.
It's all about AI diplomacy and exporting American technologies to the
advanced
world.
nuclear power plants.
The U.S. government is underway in establishing the American AI Export Program to bring American innovators and innovations to our partners and allies around the world. The Department of Commerce will be issuing an RFP this month, seeking proposals to create a turnkey AI stack, including everything from infrastructure and chips to models and applications.
Contracts,
Last but not least, another strategic priority for President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump is AI and education. I talked earlier about winning the AI race. Focusing on AI and education is about truly winning our AI future today. It starts by helping parents and teachers and students navigate AI's opportunities and challenges in the classroom. I'm thrilled that in a matter of months, we are seeing tremendous participation with over 5,000 students and 1,000 educators across all 50 states signing up for the Presidential AI Challenge. Now, submissions close on January 20th, so please visit AI.gov to participate. And also look for these regional competitions that are ultimately going to culminate at a championship at the White House this summer. We've also secured over 200 pledges from leaders like AMD for free AI educational resources, including apprenticeships, access to AI top models, and curricula for so many teachers around the country.
Michael, look, we're incredibly proud to support the AI Education Pledge and really to help expand access to AI education with more hands-on opportunities for students to learn and build. That's why we've actually committed $150 million to programs that bring AI into more classrooms and communities across the country. We're investing in the next generation of AI research and talent. We're building research collaborations with more than 800 educational institutions around the world, including many of the top engineering and computer programs. And we're also committing to developing coursework to promote our open ecosystem. So we're offering free online AI courses to reach over 150,000 students this year. So, Michael, I want to say thank you for your leadership on this topic and the First Lady's leadership. I can tell you that it certainly is making a difference in galvanizing the industry. Now, before you go, I have a very fun thing for us to do. It is really a moment for us to highlight some really amazing work as a direct outcome of the AI Education Pledge. So, a little bit of background. We recently partnered with Hack Club on a nationwide AI and robotics campaign. More than 15,000 high school students signed up, with the top teams coming together in Silicon Valley last month for an in-person hackathon to bring their designs to life. It's actually incredible to see what these students were able to build in just one weekend. You can imagine it was a little bit competitive at this hackathon, and as part of the recognition, we invited the top 3 teams to be here at CES, right here in the front row, so they could experience the biggest tech event of the year firsthand, and we could congratulate them in person. So let's give them a big round of applause.
Anyone see Max Voltage? You still there? Oh, missed it.
And to tell us a little bit more about their project, I'd like to invite the Hackathon Gold Medal winners, Emmy McDonald, Ruzana Gaboyan, and Afia Ava of Team Arm Tender to the stage.
Arm Tender.
All right. right, you guys are amazing. Congratulations on the incredible work. Now, before you talk about the project, can you just share a little bit about yourselves? Like, where are you from and when did you start coding?
Sure. I'm Emmy, I'm 17, and I'm from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I started coding when I was around 12, and I joined Hack Club when I was 16. Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you all. My name is Rosanna Gaboyan, and I am a 17-year-old student from Cleveland, Ohio. I started coding when I was 12, and I joined Hack Club as soon as I turned 16.
Hi, everyone. My name is Afia. I'm 18 from Beaver Dam, Wisconsin.
Oh, that's the name of their team. I was like, what is
started
arm
coding
tender?
about 2 years ago through Hack Club.
That is fantastic. Now, tell us a little bit about your project.
Of course. Together with Rosanna and Afia, my Hack Club teammates,
What are these subtitles?
we built
Beaver
an
Dam.
AI robot barista.
No,
It's a robotic
AI.
arm that
Doesn't get
autonomously
things
serves
right.
beverages using a motorized wheel that spins to select a soft drink. We trained a single unified vision language model to multitask using the AMD Developer Cloud with MI300X GPUs. The robotic arm runs entirely on an AMD Ryzen AI laptop using 3 cameras. And we came to the hackathon with no previous AI training experience.
Now, can you believe that? No previous AI training experience, and this is what they did? You guys are clearly doing great things. Just give me an idea, like, what are you most excited about working on next?
Thanks so much, Lisa. So my mom actually works at our local fire department. She's in the audience. Hi, Mom. And she is a former firefighter. One thing that we noticed when training Arm Tender is that it was able to capture complex human behaviors. Like, it was able to try again to grab a can after it missed it without us programming that specifically. I want to build a robot that can be used in firefighting to go into building fires and case the building before firefighters go in. And the complexity of motion that we saw AI exhibiting could make that possible in a way that wasn't before.
I love that. What do you guys think?
That'd be interesting.
It's exciting. It would be super cool to do that, but
Well, look, we are all about encouraging and inspiring young people to pursue their dreams. And tonight, we actually have a special surprise for you guys.
Titanium or
So AMD is awarding each of you a
definitely going to need some
$20,000
type of crazy
educational
cooler
grant
in there because
to
that'll get
invest
hot.
in your future as
And then-
innovators to help
I
you
don't know.
keep building.
You have to do it at a decent speed because it can't just cut like a bomb disposal thing. It moves so slow.
You guys are just a great example of what the AI Education Pledge is all about. Because what you've created, it's clear that there's so much we can do. So congratulations to all of you. And Michael, thank you for being here and really helping bridge all of this together. We appreciate everything you're doing for the country and for the industry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Is that guy supposed to stay there the whole time?
Look, it's been fantastic being with you tonight, but it's time to wrap this up.
Nah.
So I hope you all saw tonight what I see every single day. This moment in tech not only feels different, AI is different. AI is the most powerful technology that has ever been created, and it can be everywhere for everyone. We're entering this era of Yada-scale computing, where the deployment of more powerful models everywhere will require a massive increase in the amount of compute in the world. Meeting that demand will take a broad portfolio of solutions from the largest systems in the cloud to AI PCs to embedded computing. And just as important, it takes an open ecosystem built on industry standards. That's what you saw on stage tonight. We wanted to bring you the entire spectrum, from amazing technology to deep co-innovation with industry leaders across the ecosystem to very strong public-private partnerships. All of us are working together to bring AI everywhere for everyone. On behalf of the 30,000 AMDers around the world, we're proud to be building the future together with all of you, because the world's most important challenges can only be solved by bringing the industry ecosystem together. Thank you for joining us tonight, and enjoy the rest of CES 2026.
Oh, boy. Well, no crazy CPUs this time, I guess. They didn't even have a chat. There's no chat here. Alrighty then.
Maybe that's why Blue Origin's trying to get to the moon. All the Rams there.
Yeah, all the Rams there. All right, enough of that. Well, that was a failure. Didn't even get to see any new CPUs. Well, we got to see some new Epics coming, but other than that, nothing really that anybody here can afford.
Yeah, something to look forward to in 10 years when it's e-waste as far as data centers are concerned.
Yep. IDD of Consumer Electronics Show. Yeah, Consumer Electronics Show has nothing to do with the normal consumer. At least on that one. Wow. Insane.
Tragic.
What a waste of time for me. I agree. That was a huge waste of time. It was just straight up AMD stuff about AI. And like, we don't do AI like consumer stuff. They use AI, but they don't like crypto AI is nothing what these guys are doing. Like, for people that think you're actually doing AI, if you go to Core AI, Octa, Flux, any of this, and you think you're doing AI like this, you're not. There's no chance in hell that you're doing any of that. Like, no way. Oh man, it's crazy.
Yeah, bummer. I was looking forward to discussing consumer CPUs and all the goodies.
Yeah, I know. So was I. So hopefully I have another. I'll do some more research, look things around, and maybe tomorrow or the next day because it lasts for another day or two, I think. So,
I mean, I think they or NVIDIA, one of them or both of them, last time around, they did something similar where their main event was just kind of a big AI circle jerk, and then they came around back later and they announced some stuff. So maybe, hopefully, it'll be something like that. But
hopefully,
yeah, doesn't sound like it.
I'll have to do some research, and then if I can figure out when that one's going to be, I'll have to have another stream and get some actual consumer hardware on, not this stuff.
Yeah,
Oh,
we need
boy.
something to fight that X9.
Yeah, we need to battle the X9. That's going to be insane. Insane. Random X V2, though, we should be seeing a testnet sometime this month. So hopefully that's happening sometime quick.
Yeah, it'll give me something to start analyzing with all of my AI.
Yeah, for sure. Have to get fully electric to rock the X5 on that. Should give us a little idea of how it's going to do.
Yeah, no, I think we have to wait for the AI Supercuts Silver Good to see how many times they said AI. That's what if we do this next year, Rabid, you'll have to put a counter on the screen so we can keep track of how many times they said AI.
Now I wonder what they'd say a lot on the consumer stuff though. Because I could try to think of a counter for the next one.
Oh, it's gotta be AI.
Yeah, they're still gonna say AI. AI counter 306. Probably. Anyway, guys, we were here for a little while watching boring stuff because it really wasn't what we were waiting for. So hopefully the next one. I'll keep an eye on it. Tomorrow or the next day we'll be live again with hopefully consumer grade stuff. But I appreciate all you guys for coming out to this live stream. And we will see you guys again on the next one. Rabid and Tactical out.
Good night, everybody.